flipped him off,
I did not
kicked
push that
him.
kid. I pushed the
No,
other
you're
kid.
like,
I did not
yo,
push
give me
that
that.
kid.
Yo, you're just like, hey, let me see that. Let me see that the kid sharing with
like,
you.
Let me see that shit. Let me see. It's mine.
You created a racist.
Wait, what now? I created a racist?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Man, the dad was probably like, I told you.
Back for the first time, geek enthusiasts and lovers of the plastic crack. This is your safe space, free from safety. So put your hands on some plastic. It's time for toy tea time.
What's up?
Yo.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me. All right, cool. What's up, Dutch?
Nah, man, I'm new at this Skype shit. We don't Google Hangouts. I got it locked. Skype, I'm a fucking noob.
It's good. I was like, we could see you there, but we couldn't get any sound. I thought I was fucking it up.
Eddie?
Why, you can see the video of me?
No, we don't want to see.
Okay, whoosh.
Put your shirt on. When I pretended when he was trying to edge you before, and we saw like your fake picture, like it's like a grayscale picture come up, and I was like, yo, and I tricked him, and he was like, hey, oh wait, that's Rob.
Yeah, he
and then
totally
you
got
come on
it,
and you're like, yo.
Because he was all on the that was the fucking classic Dust Mites yo right there.
You guys are doppelgangers, man. I got fucking there's a Dust Mites KO running around.
Third party. Okay, so hey, wait, what was you saying, though, Rob?
I don't remember what with the fucking idiots that just spout like I studied copyright law, meaning they fucking Googled it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh god, and they just start spouting words, like just shit words coming out of their mouths, like mechanics, design, character. I'm not arguing with you. I'm merely having a debate. Why are you getting upset, sir?
Okay, so apparently we're gonna lead off with that. Then.
Fuck up. You know, I once had a case where like we ran it through the litigation so fast. It was like unprecedented how fast, and it was like a spinal surgery. It was a big case, and what should have taken a year and a half took 3 months.
Wow.
And we were in court, and it was me against like 5 lawyers because we were suing like a ton of people, and like some of the law firms, they retain of counsel attorneys who are just always in court. And one of these guys is a known bully, this really old guy. And I'd never gone up against him. And he's always yelling at young people. He's always yelling and bullying.
Young people?
No, the new jacks, intimidating people by just being a bully. That happens in court too. Literally bullying, like this old fucker. And I'm not a morning person. I'm not. I'm really I'm a very impatient, mean person in the morning, and I can't help it, and I hate going to court in the morning. I just hate it. Monday morning is the worst, and it was a Monday morning, and I was being hounded by like 5 assholes who were trying to tell me how what I did was wrong. Meanwhile, I was totally in the right, and the old guy was in charge of all of them, and they're all sucking his ass, and he's like yelling at me, and I was just like, yada yada yada. He's like, did you just yada 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 me? and I stood up in the aisle. It's like 100 lawyers, and I just give him a big fucking raspberry in his face.
Wait, what's a raspberry?
We just go.
What the fuck? That's really
It's
professional.
like, man, shut the fuck up. Sit down.
Dude, man, you definitely need like a reality series.
Hey,
Robert D, attorney at law. This week on Robert D.
And I knew that we were going to have to argue in front of a judge. So, while they're all sitting there like a bunch of hens, I went off to a side staircase and I ran up to the judge that I knew was on the case. I went to law school with his law secretary, and she's in the courtroom like, what's the matter? Because I run through the door. I'm like, Gina, there's 5 fucking assholes on my ass right now. They're trying to yell at me about this motion and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, I got it. Don't worry about it. Sit down. So I sit down. Nobody knows I just spoke to her. And she just ripped them a new asshole. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful time.
The system is weird. The system is
Yeah.
so
Oh, mechanics and characters and dude, have you fucking litigated this shit? Shut up. The spirit of the law, the letter of the law. Fuck you. Really, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know when you lose is when 6 guys on one side or the other are on your jury or a majority. That's when you're, that's all. Whatever. We'll save it for the show.
This is the show. The show is going.
This is the show, man.
This is how we do. You've never been on Detox before, have you? This is what we do.
That's why when I popped in here, I'm like, oh, fuck, here's the show. Like last time.
This is the show, bro. All
right, I'll do the intro. This is Joe Plastic, free from freedom, whatever the hell you say.
Oh shit!
That was great. That was fucking great.
All right, so join us this week. Hey, let's go straight to Adventures in Nerding this week, dude. Hey, we're going to start with Dust since he's coming in fresh. What's up? What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys? Nothing really. A busy work week for me.
Yeah.
So I really didn't grab anything. There's something sitting at the post office right now, and it's kind of funny to bring it up. It's a oversized KO Power Glide.
Oh, perfect.
Here we go.
Perfect.
Yes.
Rob primed it. Now Dustin added a little bit of overcoat on it. Perfect. We're getting there.
$10 shipped, and I'm kind of curious, and I kind of need a somewhat upper scale Power Glide for my collection until someone finally makes one.
Hey, how big is that figure? I think I see a few posts on that.
I think it's maybe just about up to Bumblebee, or maybe just a little bit under. I don't have it yet. I'm gonna pick it up on Monday. So
there is a Power Glide. You have an X-Transbots option.
Oh, come on.
I thought that one was pretty good. It's not?
It's all right.
Yeah, there you go.
It's dated. Like you can tell, it's definitely a few years.
I really like the Hasbro molds for Power Glide for the figure of that size.
That
you know what I mean?
one, the little,
Yeah. And I always say, man, if only they just brought this up a little bit more, it would look pretty cool. And so I'm like, yeah, fuck it, $10 shipped. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll tell you. Find out on Monday.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well,
If
are
I
you
need,
gonna figure bag that thing?
nah, I ain't gonna waste our time.
Finger banging the KO.
You'll see if it gets the hammer or not alive on the air.
Hey, so anything else happened this week, like in your
No, that's it.
adventures?
I'm kind of like a fucking Deuce Milo here with the Deuce egged here on the nerd shit this week. No, nothing much. It's a busy week for me at work, so I really didn't get a chance to really fuck around and play.
You didn't read a comic book and watch a cartoon. You didn't do anything.
Yeah,
You got a sticker or some shit? Or?
Nah, I didn't even watch. I've been
off to anime.
Yeah, it's a goddamn.
Yeah, I did try Voltron and it failed. It failed miserably for me. I got about 15 minutes in and I tapped out. I was done.
We're gonna go into that conversation then.
Yeah, I figured I'd
Voltron will
that
make
for
it
later.
for a third week into the Detox conversation.
Yeah, but other than that, man, I really didn't fuck with any figures. I didn't take any pictures. I didn't do any photography. I didn't even only time I came into the nerd room was to turn on the air conditioner. Mm-hmm. So it's been one of those really busy weeks for me. So I've been rewatching The Sopranos. I do it every year. It's kind of like a pre-summer Sopranos marathon. Okay. And I've been pretty much.
We'll take that. We'll take that for an adventure in nerding. Then we'll take that.
Yeah,
right. That works.
I'm fucking striking out here, man.
That goes. That totally goes. How many hours of Sopranos did you get in?
This week a lot, man. I was doing like 4 or 5 eps a day.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
I come home from work with dinner, watch it, have it on while I'm fucking around the house doing shit, and an episode or two before I go to bed. So
yeah, that's pop culture. That works.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna transition from you.
You could just edit me right the fuck out because that was the most nerding adventures ever.
Nah, you good, man. So, who's next on the Adventures in Nerding this week? Anybody?
Well, since he's talking about Italians, I might as well go next.
Go on.
Go
on. Italians.
No, because I really don't have anything eventful. I figure I'd get out of the way anyway. It's funny. I watched Voltron. I watched up to episode 7, I think.
Okay.
And you know what kills me for that show?
What's that? Buddy?
Is the Voltron music. I need.
Tyler was just Tyler. Didn't you just say that?
Huh?
Is Tyler still on here?
Yeah, I'm on. No, Rob, I said the same thing. Like I just kept waiting for it.
Yeah, I know.
Like just once.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
hoping
nice
it develops
little nod,
into it,
huh?
but I know it's not going to. You know, and that's bullshit, man. Like when I got the King of Beast earlier this year, or at the end of last year, the Voltron, the Master PC one, like really awesome figure.
That's one with all the articulation, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's a great. It's the one that is it Konami? Is it Konami is the official
Is it
company?
Konami?
Toynami?
I know Toynami.
Konami's
I don't know about
Konami did Contra, the video game. This is Toynami, I think.
Okay,
You're right.
Okay. No, I mean I don't know. I could be wrong. So
I think it is Toynami, whatever. Bandai.
Yeah, it's Toynami.
okay.
Toynami. They actually picked it up. They they licensed it, so it's coming out again now, official. It's that good.
There's that word again.
You're right. I'm glad I have this version. I mean, but you know, whatever. But when I took that guy out of the box and I was putting him together, the song was playing in my head, and I got the chills. And it's linked to the fucking song.
Yeah,
it's
it
linked to that. So not to have that in the show really bums me out. And I can't imagine. I don't even know what the music is. And I've seen 7 episodes just the other day, and I can't recall it. It might as well be.
Just to kick in here, Rob, if you really are a big fan of the music, I do have the original score if you want me to send it to you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that'd be awesome.
Being a music producer, I must have the Voltron score. So it's the
awesome.
the original animation score from the US series. So I'll Google Drive it, and anybody wants it, just let me know.
Yeah,
And I wish
That's
they said,
that's on the panel right now. I don't want 150 fucking requests. Get me out there.
well, he'll $50 each. But what also in the original, if I recall, while Voltron's assembling, doesn't Keith yell "Go Lion"?
I thought they all yelled "Go Lion."
Yeah, and I wish they did something like that too.
Because
that would have been a great Easter egg.
There's an outform in their head.
No, they say let's form Voltron. Let's go Voltron Force.
Yeah.
No. One point I hear "Go Lion." I could have sworn. I mean, maybe I'm crazy.
I mean, that would be kind of cool. I don't remember that, but that would be kind of cool to throw back to the original. You know.
Yeah. I loved hearing you guys when you talked about. Remember the Voltron episode where you were on Dust? You guys talking about '80s toys. That was great. That was one of the best shows. Really was. I remember.
That's why I'm glad they asked me on this. You want to talk about '80s cartoons and late '70s cartoons and serials? Oh man, I'm here. I'm here.
So my Sopranos for the week was actually not Sopranos, but it was Sopranos in a fantasy world. It was Game of Thrones.
Oh, I'm with you there, but I just did episode 8. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, see, I never watched it. Right. I remember when I first got on my first time I was on SCU, they were talking about Game of Thrones, and I'm like, I read the books, you know, I'm not watching it, and I was a fucking snob about it, but I finally got on Amazon Prime. I have a problem watching shows where you have to watch one show and then a week later.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
I can't stand
I'm the same. I'm spoiled like that now with all these binge watchings.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It contributes to insomnia, though. This really does. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
Go
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does.
4 in the morning.
One more. It's almost over.
It was.
Let me get 10 minutes in. Let me just watch the first half.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
the sun's creeping through your fucking blinds.
It's like 10 in the morning, and my wife's like, "Rob, come on!" Like the kids are screaming, and I'm laying in bed sleeping.
You're late and they go. Hey
Rob, now do you and your wife binge watch together on these shows?
She likes others. She likes watching shows. We have different tastes, but I'll tolerate it. She likes watching like fucking real estate.
That's expected
shows.
and shit. Though that's expected.
Yeah, she likes watching like New York real estate reality show, whatever the hell it's called, $1 Million Listing, whatever, or like what the fuck else? Like Below Deck. Like, you know, it's like a reality show of like a bunch of dirtbags on a yacht. I'd rather watch reruns of Jersey Shore myself.
That's a real show.
Yeah, it's like Jersey Shore on a boat, and they work on the boat.
They work on the boat.
You know, but I love Jersey Shore, but I don't like that shit. But yeah. So, but I made her watch. Like, you know, she'll come out. You know, she'll wake up at 1 in the morning. I'm still in the living room watching, you know, I remember she came in at the end of the episode of Game of Thrones at the Red Wedding, and she's like, "Oh, I hate this show." I'm like, "Shut up! I'm watching it." She's like, "Yeah, it's just all about sex and murder and gore and blood." I'm like, "Yes, and they're about to all get their throats slit. Would you like to watch?" Watch, it's really cool. Like, see the mom there? They open her from ear to ear.
Call it. Hey, babe, come in here. There's a wedding scene.
No, listen. And then last night,
Terrible.
it happened again last night. This is just 2 nights ago. I had the Red Wedding on. Last night was when the scene with Joffrey. I don't know if you didn't get that far. You didn't read the books.
Who, me?
Did you read the books, Mickey?
I'm not reading no fucking book. If it's not on the video, I'm not.
But anyway,
does it have little bubbles above their heads?
Like, I do serious reading, but as far as like fictional reading, I reserve that for comics.
There's another murder. I was like, "Hey, honey, there's another murder. Come watch." You know, every episode, she's like, "Oh, who's having sex or getting killed now?" But in terms of nerd stuff, I mean, I got a new phone thanks to a certain Mickey.
Hey.
And awesome. And because my camera got smashed by my 1-year-old, and I couldn't take good pictures anymore.
Dude. That one picture you sent through, that shit looked like it was haunted.
Yeah.
Group chat.
He was vaping.
It like some shit from like The Conjuring 2 or some shit. I was like,
it's
delete
crap.
this
So
pic
I had
now.
to. And then, and I said last week, this week I got a replacement leg on the Toy World long haul. That came in because that wheel had snapped off.
Man,
And,
there's so many problems with that damn thing.
Really?
It was the packaging.
Problem.
It was the packaging that made that shit.
You know, I was talking with Jisk and Ace. They're having issues. They're shaving shit down to get it combined, and I'm just like, man, I'm so glad I passed.
See,
Really.
if you were a real man, you could just punch that leg in.
Yeah, then you'll never be able to take it apart again.
Oh yeah, he's never coming apart. I had to fucking like karate chop it in. This is not a good idea.
You're pulling out the sawzall to take it apart.
I was like Bruce Lee trying to do like a 1-inch punch to get the fucking thigh all the way in.
See, I haven't watched any reviews on that thing at all, so I don't know anything about any of the troubles besides hearing about what you're talking about with that wheel. So I think I started to watch one video of Bobby's on it, and I just kind of tapped because I didn't want to get into it because then I might want to go and buy it. So I just kinda
You should.
out.
Oh man, I honestly think you should own this. It is amazing. It is impressive. The engineering is breathtaking.
I kind of got a goal I'm working towards right now, so I'm kind of like trying to practice some kind of discipline towards like, these major purchases, like in
I hear you.
Mickey's got a list of shit he still needs to buy.
Yeah, I got a long ass. Now the good thing about that is when I do turn around to get back on the hunt, I got a lot of shit to catch up on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on. Are you getting the C-Cons?
I'm thinking about it. I'm seeing more and more pics pop out of that little guy. The first one.
Are you getting Leo Kaiser?
No,
What's the first Bug Bite or something? Or
Big Bite?
Big Bite, bite this, bite my balls. What's his name?
Yeah, it's some shit like that.
What about Leo Kaiser?
Nah, I'm not. I was out on it. I went to. I was at Jason's house, Get Right Robot. Big ups to Get Right Robot, and he had them in the first 2 portions of it, and I was really thinking about. I was really planning on getting them until I actually started messing with them, and I was like, it's just not as impressive as I would need it to be to go in on it. So I just held off on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not in on a lot of stuff that's coming out right now. Just isn't exciting me. So
yeah.
I'm just like, well, I could take a breather, whatever, because shit was getting very, it was just overwhelming how much stuff was coming every week. Like I was like, I have a problem. Like when like when your face is numb and your nose is bleeding and there's cocaine everywhere and you realize I have a problem. Right, Tyler.
Wait, that's a problem?
Oh shit! Tyler's like that guy from the Wolf of Wall Street, where he fucking he drove home in that Lamborghini and he thought he made it home safe, and the cops came the next day. He had fucked up everything. Hey, Tyler.
That's another podcast.
What's going on, man? What's up with your any adventures in your nerd week there, buddy?
Drug detox.
Drug detox. That's called rehab. No, I mean I finished Voltron. It does kind of hit a lull for a minute, but it does kind of pick back up. So the last few episodes are pretty good. So if you can power through it, I would suggest powering through it. Started Daredevil back up.
Oh, good, good, good.
So I started, but it was weird. Like it came out that same time when I was relocating. Didn't really want to watch it on an iPad, and it's just kind of forgot about it with everything else, and started picking that back up. It's really good. It's living up to all the hype that everybody's been giving it.
For Daredevil.
Yep. Finally, actually got time to sit down and mess with the sorter you sent.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. This is a section of the show right here, buddy. Did we cover it last week, Tom?
Well, it got delivered live on the podcast.
Oh yeah,
remember?
that's right.
So like, I just opened it, kind of gave initial thoughts, but
let's roll into it then.
he's much better than what I thought he was going to be. If you like their Blur, he's just as good as Blur. He weighs more, like he's got a little more heft to him. Some of the proportions are a little weird, like his biceps are pretty much like non-existent. I like the helicopter mode. The helicopter mode's pretty much spot on, but it's a bitch getting him into the car.
Yes, it is.
So, but if I had him, he would be in bot mode, maybe in helicopter mode. Like he's never going to the car mode, and I actually ordered one, so Greg ordered it. He wanted to check it out. He decided he didn't want to, so I just paid him for it, and he's shipping it to me. So I will officially own one. And then
You don't sound too happy about that.
no,
Yeah.
it's good. I mean, it's tough to talk to people about it because like nobody has it.
I call it the what do we call it, Tyler? What do we call it? The closet sworder lovers.
No, that's not what we call it. That's
That's what I
definitely
call
not
it. Is that what I call it?
It's-
The
it's-
You
closet
may want to
sworder
phrase
lovers.
that one. That's not something you want on a button.
That's definitely
It's on our
definitely
first
the banner
t-shirt.
for it. That's the banner for it, dude. Because I got so many replies on the review, and even talking about it with people, right? But then a lot of those same people, and I made this point before, a lot of those same people would come back. Let's say if I talk to like 50 people, then maybe about 20 to 25 people come back, just using numbers, right? And ask about it and inquire about it and say they kind of like it. Those are those people that are still in the closet, you know. They're still in the closet. They're not ready to come free and tell everyone they're here. You know what I'm saying? So, but go ahead, Tyler. Sorry, bro.
So no, like he's good. Like if you have a chance to mess with one, I would suggest picking it up and playing with it. It's actually pretty good. Big Bike came into stock. We already talked about that. Haven't shipped him yet, and that's really it. Unless I guess I can talk about it. So yesterday, my company, kind of in conjunction with Ghostbusters and with one of our vendor partners, kind of took over one of our stores and basically made it look like it was the original Ghostbuster Firehouse. And we dropped a exclusive collaboration between, I guess I can say the shoes are out there, with Fila and with Ghostbusters. And so we actually had Ecto 1 on site. We had girls dressed up in the Ghostbusters outfits. It was actually really, really cool.
When you say Ecto 1, the new Ecto 1?
It was the new Ecto 1. Okay. So it wasn't the classic one, but the cool thing was it was actually the Ecto 1 that was used in the movie.
Well, yeah, of course.
So,
they're going with that whole new thing right now, so the promotion, of course.
Yeah, so like it was really cool. We had a really good turnout. Somebody on this podcast got a pair of exclusive shoes, since he likes to give me shit about the alien stompers. But you know. So he's the proud owner of a new pair of Fila Ghostbuster shoes.
Awesome.
So good job, Mickey.
Rolling into
Put them fat. You better put them fat laces on that shit.
Rolling into
but no, like,
come on, let's roll.
no, so no, it was good. But before we move on, since we tend to get a little political, I just kind of want to share with you guys like what are the experiences, right? So Hostess was on site, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they did like the Ghostbuster Twinkies. Have you guys seen those?
Time out,
Yes.
Time out, Tyler. Okay, I doubt anyone from your job will ever hear this show. It's hard enough to get the nerds to listen to the show, right? but do you think that if you tie what you do to this, that we'll have to end up you'll get a cease and desist letter or some shit?
Well, since I used to do a sneaker podcast, and I got called up to the lawyer's office and was basically told to stop Yeah, so I don't want to put the name of the company out there.
Okay, cool. As long as you say the name, you're good.
What was that?
As long as you don't say the name of the company, you're good.
Yeah, so like I'm not going to talk about it. It wouldn't be hard for people to go figure it out, but I'm not going to put it out there. But anyway, so you guys have seen these Twinkies, right?
Yes.
So
I saw ads. I have not seen them.
all right, so like you think of a Twinkie like you break it open and you have that cream filling on the inside, right?
Mm.
Gay.
Okay, so these ones it's green and it's like a key lime filling.
Does it come with a shot of penicillin?
No.
Gayer.
So anyway, right? So the girls in the Ghostbuster outfits are like handing out Twinkies to people that are coming in.
Are they showing you how to eat them whole without chewing?
No, but I'm not going to say who, but there was a certain marketing individual that was talking about seeing if the girls could swallow a Twinkie whole in the back of Ecto 1.
Oh, yeah. Without their mouths?
His Twinkie.
So anyway, so we're handing them out as people are coming in, right? If you bought one of these shoes, which there's not a lot of pairs, we like the hostess people, like marketing people, like they gave you an entire box, right? So this lady's in the store, and she sees this happening. I'm in the front of the store, and I can kind of hear motion, and I'm looking in the back, and they radio, so the person who's in charge of that store kind of goes back there and is talking to him, and I can just hear the lady getting louder. And I'm like, all right, let me go walk back there and see what's happening, right? So this lady is tripping because she only got one Twinkie, but she just saw somebody else walk out with an entire box. And she wants another Twinkie. She wants a box.
Nice.
So I'm polite. I explained to her. They're giving those away if you purchase the shoe. We're giving you get a box, right? And she's like, well, not everybody can afford $110 for a pair of shoes.
Go buy a box of Twinkies.
Well, that's the first thing that runs through my head, right? And I'm like, you're right, man. You're absolutely right. Not everybody can afford a $110 pair of shoes. But obviously you can, because you're standing here complaining about a $110 pair of shoes when the ones you're wearing retail at over $160. She had a pair of Jordans on.
But she didn't want to pay.
Maybe they weren't real.
Oh no! So at this point, yes, she's got the KO jump man, dude. At this point, her face just goes red because I called her out on it, right?
Yeah,
so then I was like, "Ma'am, if you would like,"
task, Tyler, you took it to task.
No. So then I was like, "So, ma'am, if you would like another Twinkie, all you have to do is ask." Mm. And she's just standing there giving me like the stare down. So I reach behind and like they have some. So I grab one and I was like, "Would you like another Twinkie, ma'am?" And she snatches the shit out of my hand.
She took the Twinkie?
She snatches it out of my hand and storms out of the store. Have a nice day, ma'am.
See, what you should have done is talk to her about how she can't have a free Twinkie unless she buys shoes while you just start eating Twinkies.
No, it was just so funny. She got so upset and so angry that she couldn't get a box. Like, what is a box of Twinkies? $3-4? And this lady's like upset.
It was the fact that they were free. She wanted to.
It's not fair. Yeah. So I'm sure somewhere on some Twitter, she's complaining about it.
Sounds like a Transformers collector,
right?
Self-entitlement.
Yes. If they have a Virginia ham under their arm and they're crying they have no bread. Little Sopranos reference right there for you.
Nice.
Don't destroy your Devastator. Give it to me.
No, we light Devastators on fire on this show. All right. What about you, Mickey?
Well, I think the biggest part of my adventures in nerding this week is I've got some. You guys may not know this, but I've got some exclusive Ghostbuster feelers coming. And
oh wow,
yeah,
that's awesome!
Yeah, what a surprise!
Did you get that from that big show at the store with they got the Ecto 1 there? And
it's funny you should ask. You know who I got it
giving
from?
Away.
You know where I got it? My sneaker plug.
No.
Question is, did you get a fucking with it?
No, it's not a joke on that sneaker plug deal. But yeah, so that's something that I'm looking forward to. Other than that, I got some little armory weapon accessories from Tommy Tech. They're more for like Figma and stuff like that, but they also match up with most 6-inch figures. They do like it's like a whole bunch of like weapons shit. It's pretty cool. And then I finished up not Ghostbusters, fucking Voltron. And I kind of that last episode I liked it, but at the same time it kind of irritated me because it brought in some questions and it just kind of left us hanging. You know what I'm saying? Without
Season
any kind
two.
of yeah, I know it's a prep for season 2, but it just I liked it. It was a good episode, but it opened up so many things that really could have been opened up earlier in the season instead of having all those silly ass episodes. You know what I'm saying? So then the story would have developed, been a little bit stronger, and then going into season 2 it would have been even better. But it's cool. I'm not holding it against them. You know what I'm saying? I was really looking forward to season 2. But with Netflix, we're talking about what, a year before we see that?
Easily.
That sucks. They got to step that up, dude. With cartoons, you can do that with like House of Cards and shit, but you can't. And Orange is the New Black, but you can't do that with a cartoon series, dude.
Well, you know, one thing that got me with that show is I knew going in it was going to be kiddish. Of course, it's a cartoon; it's for children. But it was a little bit too much, you know, a little too womp womp, too anime for me. And this is nothing out there talking to you anime fans. It's great.
Do you like anime at all?
No, I'm not an anime fan like that, so it didn't really strike any, the whole goofy, with the faces going sideways and the big eyes and all that bullshit.
That's pure anime.
Yeah. It's just, and I understand, and you go in an open mind, it's for children, and, but it just, you know what I'll do? It'll be like one of those days where I'm fucking hungover on a Sunday morning, nothing to fucking do, laying on the couch, fuck it, let it ride. And then I'll probably come back to you saying, it really wasn't that bad.
hey, Rob, hey, Tyler, you guys like anime at all, or what? How y'all feel about that? About anime, anyways.
No.
No. What about you, Rob?
I've tried. I just can't get in. Like I've seen the classics, Akira and like the rest, but it doesn't resonate with me.
Like for me, I could watch like Gotcha Man and Go Lion, and Die Rugger. And I'm cool with that anime because it has ties to like what I grew up with Battle of the Planets and G-Force and Voltron. To see it how it originally was, it's fascinating. It's incredible. But any of that later on, with the goofy little, I just can't do it. Not for me.
What about you, Rob?
It depends. It's such a wide spectrum of stuff. Most of it just not into. But there have been, random things that I enjoy watching, Yeah. So, it's like, I've had no time. So I haven't really had any much experience with it in the past few years. Yeah. But if it's what's that the anime with the giants with no skin and they're attacking that,
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. That was pretty cool. I watched a couple episodes of that. I was like, oh, this is cool, So, but there's like I said, there's such a wide spectrum. So a lot of it's so garbage, and that's kind of why I don't bother, because I don't have the time to investigate and determine what it is that I like out of it, because there's just too much to sift through, And some things, maybe it's good if you give it a shot, but I don't have time to give something a shot,
I always say that when it comes to anime, and yeah, Voltron is definitely it's a nod to old school anime. It's definitely heavily done in the anime style with all the silliness and stuff, or more comedic. You know what I'm saying? Anime. I always say for anime, like anyone getting into anime, you typically want to check out the serious shit first, especially like as adults. You know what I'm saying? You check out the serious shit, and then you'll find the comedy shit here that you might like. Because I personally, when it comes to anime, I don't like the fucking extra goofy shit, but I do like, say, Kill la Kill, which is like over the top everything, because it's like making a parody of all the different little anime stereotypes and jokes and shit like that. But I think that was the thing that kind of hurt the Voltron show in a lot of collectors' eyes or fans' eyes, because it's from our time and we wanted that to be for us, but they obviously had to gear it for everybody, especially for the kids, for it to be.
It's business, man. It's fucking business,
Yeah, but like as a parent though, like it was nice. Like my kids know the original Voltron. It used to be on Netflix. They used to watch it.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of cool to have something to sit down and watch together. and you know, we've done it, like we've tried with some other stuff, and like other things don't stick, but like we've tried He-Man. They didn't want to get into He-Man. Like we've tried a few other things too. Like they like G.I. Joe, they like Transformers, they like Turtles, and then that's probably about it. But it was nice to be able to it was nice to be able to sit down with all three of my kids and have them all into it. Like they were all into it.
You know, I don't mean to, I'm not. Hey
No,
guys,
go ahead,
Happy Father's Day, guys.
You damn right.
I know everybody on the panel right now. You're all dads. I'm not a dad, so
You too, Eddie.
yeah. Come here, Wookie. Let me call my girls in here, but yeah. But no, really, guys. Happy Father's Day.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. I told my wife. I said, she was like, "What do you want for Father's Day?" I said, "But the one thing that I want for Father's Day is for the checking account balance to be the same amount at the end of the day that it was at the fucking beginning of the day."
You did not say that to her.
I swear to God. And do you know what
that's
her
Robert. You probably did
response-
say that shit.
Do you know what her response was?
What's
like,
that?
no, she didn't miss a beat. She wasn't being a smart ass.
She said,
like,
"Stop lying, Transformers."
No, she was like, "I'm gonna have to take out a lot of money the day before."
That's great, man.
I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Holy shit, that's fucking great, man.
You know.
Wow.
But on the Voltron thing, really quick, I actually enjoyed the stupid, super cartoony bits.
Yeah.
I felt like for the most part, they kind of worked with the humor. Like, I don't know, the stuff about, I remember when Pidge tells Pidge a secret, and then you see Lance in the background, and he's the only one, and his face is like, oh, I cracked up. You know, like, I liked it, and I know Scarlett was like with you, Tyler. Like,
Spoilers, Rob. Dust hasn't seen it.
I don't care. It's okay.
Just ain't watching that.
I didn't say
Maybe he'll tell me. Maybe he'll say something that make me want to watch it.
right.
Maybe he'll make
Megatron's in it.
that'll make me say cancel my Netflix.
Pidge is a girl. How's that?
Why did you do that? See, I mean,
spoilers are good.
Is Pidge a girl?
Yep.
Not in
With
the classics. He's a girl. He's a girl. It's in this one. How about
It's a girl
in this one.
with balls.
Now I'm definitely not fucking watching it.
It actually works.
Like,
It
but
works. It works.
And at night, let me. Should I reword yet?
So what?
Fucking hate it coming after. Should I reword that? I don't want anybody coming after me.
Hey, this is well, I don't know. Maybe for your own private interest, you might want to. But as far as our audience goes, they already know nothing's going to be PC or sensitive at all. We're not even thinking about considering anyone's feelings.
It would have worked out more for Pidge if she was turning into a darker character. I feel like Arya, like something like that would have been cool. But just staying like this little nerd. I'm like, who cares that you're a girl? What's the difference?
Yeah, but I didn't get that from the first 20 minutes.
Because it doesn't make a difference. She's just androgynous.
Since I've been watching Voltron all of my life, I always thought that Pidge was a chick or gay or something. Like I was like, this guy is not. He's not straight.
Did he have like clips in his hair, or little clips or berets?
All kinds of gay shit popping. I think it's only one time. There's one episode back in the day where he had a crush on some chick or something like that, and I found that hard to believe. I thought that chick might have been, you know what I'm saying? But the story is on this remake is the young lady who actually voices. It's a young lady voicing Pidge, and that young lady is actually. I don't think she I openly said it that I know of, but she's obviously gay. You know what I'm saying? And she's dope. Like she's been in a lot of shit. Like you've seen her on The Arrow. You've seen her on The Killing. You've seen her on quite a few shows. I think she even was on Gotham for a bit there. She's a real dope actress, man. But yeah, she's actually gay. So it made sense to me that would have came out, especially in the times that we're living in now. You know
so on the cartoon, was she a female posing as a male?
Yes.
Yeah, because she got kicked out.
So that's
huh?
So she got the Galaxy Force as a male, and then they find out that okay.
Well, she was
actually.
Go ahead.
That would explain the first 20 minutes. Me, not realizing that was the premise.
Her brother and dad are the two scientists that get kidnapped in the beginning.
Gotcha.
So
they're missing. They're missing.
Right, she got caught trying to.
All right, now I got to give fuck another try here.
Give it a try. But the thing is, it doesn't matter either way. That's why it's like, well, there's no reaction. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know, so it didn't do anything for anyone.
Well, but that's possibly because. Hold on, that's possibly because I mean it's because of the fact they made the show more mainstream. I think they didn't want to put too much on that. I bet you $1 if that show was gauged more for our age group, that would have been more of a factor in the storyline.
Well, you know, here it is. It's a kids show, and they're pushing this.
Well, no, she's not gay.
You know,
she's a chick.
No, I'm not saying that she's nothing to do with that.
Uh-huh.
But that she was posing as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, she had it's like a military thing. Like they only allowed males,
Yeah.
so like she cut her hair.
No, you guys
like
are wrong.
She had to hide her identity because she was banned from the base.
There
that
you go.
too.
Because she was initially in as a girl, but she got kicked out because she was in the I don't know which one of you guys said it, but she was like looking for information. She got caught looking through some files, so they banned her from it. So she took up the identity of someone else, which is Pidge, and she got back in. So they're really not even pushing it. You know what I'm saying? At all. It's just that's what it is, so she can get back in.
Shout out to the old school Pidge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
the old school Pidge,
there's still some of that.
The old school Pidge was not a female. He was just kind of God made him different. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? So,
But what I think would have balanced out the really kiddie anime like sequences, if it was just, I don't know the word I want to use to describe it, but like it's tied into their lack of use of the Voltron theme when he combines. Like there's a lack of severity on the serious side of it that if it really would have balanced it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, you know how Voltron has of like glory,
yeah.
you know, like in victory.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little missing. You know, and I think so it's a little too soft on the adult end.
Because it was like mystic and it was history and nobody knew really much about it. It was all a mystery and all those years behind it.
What they did was they brought all of, and this is the thing I was saying in the beginning I did not like. I know why they did it, but they brought all the mystery in at the end when they let the little bit out that Zarkon at some point was the paladin for the Black Lion. You know what I'm saying? And it gave a little bit there to make you think that, because he kept saying, because throughout the whole series he kept saying, return Alliance to me, return Voltron to me. And I don't remember in the original, well at least the original American version, that Voltron was ever Zarkon's first.
No, it wasn't like that in Go Lion that I can remember. It's been a while since I did a run through, but you know, I'll watch a couple of eps here and there.
So does you watch the original Japanese version or whatever it was?
Yeah, I have it with subs, with all the murders and killing and raping and burning.
Good,
yo, Nanny takes a bullet. Nanny takes a bullet for the fucking princess.
I read that Sven actually died in that one.
Yeah, Sven actually dies.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't disappear or come back later on. I believe, if I remember correctly, I'm trying to remember. I think it's like his twin brother or something comes back to avenge him or find out about him or some shit.
They should do a game of Voltron.
A game of Voltron?
Oh, man.
That's going to be the title for this segment, Game of Voltron.
The lions are fucking each other, making little inbred lions.
No, the colors are mixing, so you get an orange lion and a purple lion.
They're multi-coty lions? Is that what they
are?
You know, I'm sure you could just Google the whole, Go Lion and get a little synopsis on everything. So,
well, no, I got that. I saw that,
way.
And I was reading up on it. But I actually, based on what you were saying and what I read, I actually want to go back and watch it. I hate doing.
Yeah, I have it all on my HD, man.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk then, sir.
Yeah, man.
Burn some CDs. Burn some
that's
CDs.
Old, man. Just send me a
USB CDs.
Send me a memory stick. Get like a 64 gig stick for $12. Send it to me. I'll just throw a bunch of shit. Or if you guys want to go even hardcore, just send me like a terabyte drive and I'll just fill it whatever I got on my fucking. I got all those 80s joints, man.
That sounds good.
Oh, cool.
I got the Die Rugger. I got Go Lion. I got all the Gotcha Man. I got the Battle of the Planets. I got Thundercats, Silverhawks.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's right at my fingertips at any time.
I'll do a swap with you, bro. I got 100 gigs of anime. I'll do a swap with you. I'll send you
yeah, you can keep that shit. But yeah, man, I don't mind
tentacle porn.
I don't mind. I don't mind dropping and dragging and walking away and just put it in the mailbox for you guys. So just send it to me, man. Okay. It's no problem at all.
That's what's up.
Oh, cool.
That's what's up.
So you heard heard it here. We're committing felonies.
Yeah,
that is people that are on the panel. So please. You know, and like in the ROC group on Facebook, every once in a while, I'll upload a bunch of comics to Google Drive and share with the community. I'll be like, anybody that wants such and such, I'll put like the whole X-Men series up.
See, that's the kind of shit that got my first fucking review channel fucking kicked from YouTube.
Well, what I do is I'll ask if anybody wants it, and if they say yes, I say, all right, hit me up with your email, and then I'll give you permission to view the file on Google Drive.
He doesn't really do that. He's joking. He doesn't really do that.
You ever get those guys that
Allegedly.
pop a comment in there complaining because you're doing it? Where would you do this? Where would you play?
Come on, bro. This is the ROC, man.
Oh, yeah. See, y'all good to go. I used to do that shit like back in my early days when I was first launching off my channel. It was doing good. It was growing. It was popping. And what I would do is I would put up like a animated movie. I would do like a subscriber with some shit subscriber whatever, like subscriber thank you. I can't remember what I had it called or whatever, right? And,
Patreon?
Nah. And you guys to send me money so I can get a new Camaro? No, it was more like, just like thank you to my subscribers for subscribing. You know what I mean? And I would put up these little like whole movies, animated movies and shit on that Sunday. And cats can watch the movie and shit like that on Facebook or on YouTube. I would literally get motherfuckers. You always got that guy. It's always that one guy. Why were you doing this? Why?
Well, you were uploading on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, like an idiot. But also in the Facebook groups as well. So
yeah, that'll get. I mean, I got slammed for fucking sampling. So I got to watch out. What I remember we were doing Enter the Realm on my Dust Mites channel. Mm-hmm. We were about 6 episodes in. We went to go start an episode up, and the day before, it was right after we got back from TFCon. I believe it was right after we got back from TFCon or the week prior, and my shit was all fucking banned. We couldn't broadcast live. I got a copyright strike from fucking Jay-Z. I did a remix. I did a remix for the ROC boys like 2 years prior. That's been on my channel for 2-3 years. But because we were broadcasting the show on my channel, I changed my channel name to Dust Mites ROC. And as soon as I changed it to R.O.C, boom, I got hit.
That's crazy how that shit works, dude.
Hit.
You can't even put video without audio. Like I did my Voltron breakdown for the Loon show or whatever. I put like some clips in there, but no sound. You know what I'm saying? It was short clips. Yo, that shit got a claim on it. That's as soon as I uploaded it, dude. I had to go back.
I
and
don't
file
understand
a claim
it.
against that.
Why do you guys get in trouble? And then there's a certain Prime out there with a YouTube channel who fucking steals everything, every kind of like movie clip and commercial and popular music. And he says,
maybe he's not monetizing. I didn't monetize my stuff either. Like I said, I had that remix on that channel for 2 years.
You don't have to monetize to infringe on copyright.
And all I got was okay. You use such and such because they picked the vocal.
Yeah.
You're the licensing fee.
We will be. When this video plays, there will be an ad, and the proceeds will go to that party. And I was like, all right, man, it's not a strike. Who cares? People can listen to my music. I'm fine with it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not making money off my YouTube fucking channel. You know what I mean?
Right. The intro to this podcast, the beat, the guy I got the beat from on SoundClick. You do a thing where you pay and you get a little beat or whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. So every time, not every single time, but there's been a few times where we upload the podcast. I upload the podcast, and I'll get a hit saying that the owner of the license filed an automatic claim against you, but it's not an infringement against you. It's not a hit against your account. They're just reviewing the material. You know what I'm saying? And whatever money you could make is going to go to them.
BMI? Who does that? He doesn't monitor it. It's the company that monitors.
Yeah, exactly.
So once I got that hit in the morning, I fucking panicked. I started a new channel. Long story short, we were still able to broadcast that night, but I went back to my channel and deleted at least 60 fucking beats that I had on there just because I was scared to get my channel gone. And these beats have been up there for 4 or 5 years. It's pretty much, if anything happened to me, God forbid, most of my old school catalog would be on YouTube for people that used to know me or what. Hey, here's Dust Beats.
That's you leaving your mark,
man.
They're
still there. They're still there.
Man, Dust, where would hip hop be today if rap in the 80s if rappers were like hounded like this.
Oh
In
yeah,
the early 80s.
Well, you know what, Rob, and then I don't want to go off the beaten path and get all hip hop, but
No, sir. This is Detox. We do that. Go ahead.
sampling is what makes hip hop hip hop. Always
sir.
has.
Yes, sir.
Once sampling came into the game, the creativity jumped up a level.
Right.
Yeah.
Think of the late '80s. As simple as it was, with a breakbeat and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, it was really simple. When you got into the '90s, it was more orchestrated with sampling. People were digging deeper. It wasn't the James Brown anymore. It wasn't the basic R&B shit. People were digging into jazz records, funk records, overseas records, prog rock, everywhere, just to find that funky break and that funky loop. And the creativity was there. And then once the sampling stopped, and this is not saying anything about any demographic or any area.
Say it, sir. Say it.
Once shit started going down south, and this is nothing about the southern, but
I'm from Atlanta. I said it. We've said it here.
Your Manny Freshes and your fucking Master P's. What happened was, after the Beastie Boys dropped their album and the sampling fucking clearances were fucking insane and everybody was suing, that's when they started pushing on the sample laws. So then then everybody was getting hit left and right. So the budgets went higher. So okay, we got a $250,000 budget for my album. Here's 20 songs. These are the samples that we used. Now they have to go and clear it. If it's within their budget, they're cool. But at the end of the day, that artist is only walking away with maybe $10,000 off the budget for that album. So that was okay during the 90s because it was hip-hop. People wanted to get their album out.
Yeah.
They were doing shows. There was merchandise. There was other ways to make money. They were selling records. Slowly, as the internet started getting bigger, they're not selling records anymore because people are downloading records.
Yeah.
And they're stealing records. And this could go towards what everybody's with the KOs with Transformers or whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now people are taking out of the pocket from hip hop. So now the record companies don't have those $200,000, $300,000 budgets anymore. Now you got to do a record for 80. Now you can't get all those sample clearances if you want because then you're definitely coming out with nothing. So that's when people started being a little bit more creative and playing and keyboards and then the people just thinking like, fuck this, why am I paying these motherfuckers $200,000 for samples when I could just go
I'll have Nicki Minaj sing a hook.
No, it's even before Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
It's even before Nicki Minaj. But you still had those old school hip hop guys that still wanted it. And Ghostface, he did his album. I forgot which album it was. This was during the whole there was no more sampling anymore. Everything was all keyboard beats. No, Ghostface. I forgot.
Oh,
it wasn't
Ghostface. Not Fish. It was the Supreme Clientele.
No, it was after that. It was way after that.
Bulletproof Wallets.
It didn't do good. It didn't sell. He spent so much money on sample clearances. And on his next record, on his intro, he was like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers." He's talking to fans. I paid all those money.
Let's go, Sue.
I paid all that money for sample clearances to give you that old school feel, to give you that real hip hop, that real boom bap, and you guys can't spend $9.99 on a fucking CD or a download and blah blah blah. He was going off the hook.
I'm googling this shit right now. I gotta find this out.
But I'm telling you right now, it's once you took the sampling out of hip hop, that was it. It was done. And there is an underground scene that people still sample, and people still and it's not the same anymore. It's dumbed down. It's fast food music now. It's like McDonald's.
And all of that leads us to the next topic, which comes back to the nerd stuff. So the nerds who were like putting their headphones down and screaming because we were talking about something that was cool. They're talking about something fucking cool. Take off my do-hat, cover my ears. You guys,
what's the hip hop that we're talking about?
Yeah, what's that hip hop? What's that hip hop shit there? Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a reach there and say, hey Dust, you got to come on this thing that me, Bobby, and fucking Just do. It's a little hip hop thing we do here that's probably never gonna ever air because we can't get.
What do you got on hip hop?
Oh my God, another one? You have the political podcast. Now it's a hip hop circle jerk.
Hold on, now everybody picture. It's Buzz Lightyear. Podcasts everywhere.
Podcasts everywhere. Well,
holy.
I don't want to go too far from that. We'll talk about that after we do the show.
Yeah, hit me up. Hit me up and let me know what's going on.
Tell us all about the idea. I want to KO Tyler.
Let me ask y'all this
Wait, really quick. Shout out to Adam. And Nerd Rage Radio. Okay.
You know, I was waiting for that.
You know what though?
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, Adam that doesn't give us a like until after he's on the show. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Adam.
Hey, you know that show that Adam was on was one of our higher responded to shows. Can I say higher responded to?
Yeah, it works.
One of our most
It's
responded
Soy
to shows.
Detox. Anything goes, man.
Well,
Yeah.
there was a lot of political
There was
charge
a
stuff.
lot of political.
I
I
have
was
to
happy about that.
We got some hate on that episode.
I was happy
that's
about
good.
that too. Yeah,
That's
good
good.
attention.
If you're not getting hated, you're not doing it right, man.
Oh no,
I'm
we
looking for that. I'm
we
looking
struck
for
a
that.
nerve. That's
Yeah.
for damn sure.
Good.
I'm
I'll tell you what,
always
Adam
looking
is one of the
for-
smartest guys I know.
Yeah.
And he's always right, and Bobby's always wrong. And Bobby is so mean to him. And
Wow.
I'm just instigating
Hey,
the two of them.
speaking of Adam, I kind of juked him a little bit earlier. I kind of like did some copyright infringement on him because I was talking about what you guys do in your Adventures in Nerding, and then I said any more adventures in your Nerd Week, which is clearly belongs to Nerd Rage. As a matter of fact, they called you guys out. They called somebody. I think Greg or somebody. Adam called him out for saying Nerd Week on SCU.
I did that.
Yeah, that
I
was
did
that
it
you?
on purpose.
No,
I
he
said,
he
how was your
just joking,
Nerd Week,
though.
Lenny?
Yeah, he was just joking though. Let me ask you guys this question, right? So we can get into this copyright thing, right? Or this KO thing, right? How much nerd is too nerdy for you? Like, do you guys have those limits where you like, I'm not crossing over into that shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I can't get into like the whole game. My brother does the gaming. He's big on the gaming, the board gaming, the Warhammer and all of that kind of shit. I don't know what games he plays, but he's all into that kind of shit. I can't go that far. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Time to?
no, I don't have time to either. But even if I did have time to,
Why? I mean,
I'm not into it. My nerd doesn't swing that way. And that's so I'm asking you, like, do you guys have like limits to your nerding? Like, okay, I can do this.
when you say
but this
nerd,
is
do you
too
mean
much.
penis?
Fuck you.
You mean penis.
Well, if penis means nerd, then yeah. But do you guys have those nerd boundaries? Anybody? Any three of you guys?
I don't draw it in the sand, but it's one of those things like when you see it or you hear other people talk about it, and you're just like, nope, not going down that road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like porn. When you see it, you know it. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, I can't watch. I can't watch. Or if you catch a glimpse of it, and you feel kind of like your shit goes down automatically, and you're like, no, no. I can't let anyone see this shit on my hard drive.
Yeah, I'm not a dude that will say like, you know, fuck this. But it's not for me. It's not for me. I don't say, oh, it's fucked up. It's great. Everybody has what they like, and that's what's so cool about being in the nerd or geek realm. You know what I mean? You could do what you like.
Yeah, but I'm not
Like,
asking you that, sir. I'm asking you, what's the shit that you won't do? What's the shit that you won't do?
I'm trying to get around that.
No, I want to know. Because we're not.
I'm trying to backdoor
I
around
don't
it.
want you backdoor. I want to hear it. I want to know. No backdoor. No reach around
he's
here,
like
buddy.
the chairman of the realm of collectors. He can't alienate anyone.
No, it's not. But see,
We're the realm, a realm.
It's not. But see, I'm asking this question because of what we're going to go into next, right?
Eddie hates Legos.
No, I don't hate
You
Legos
fucking
at all.
You hate Legos?
And it's not Legos,
Get off
it's
the
Lego.
show. Get off the show.
I just made it up. Sorry.
There's no S on Lego. If you're
So
talking
it's,
about
plural?
multiple Lego, it's Lego.
So
It's always
Lego.
Lego. It's no S. Shout out to Bricks on the Dollar who gave me that little schooling right
Are you
there.
sure? How the hell did he know?
You don't know about Bricks on the Dollar? He's in the Lego business.
So so what? They're in the business. They get to say how it's pronounced. Fuck
He
them.
works in the industry.
There we go. Lego elitists on the scene.
Yeah. That just happened. Oh no, but you're not gonna get the reach around this, Dust. I want to know what's some shit that you don't fuck with, like even if it's like a certain cartoon, a certain comic, a certain comic title, a certain genre. No, you already said that shit. You can't use that.
I don't frown upon. You know what's really not for me, and I really don't get it because I'm not part of that era. Is like the card gaming. You know, not for me. You know, like Fireball, throw it on the fucking table. You know,
for me to use my shit. I just said that, dude.
Lightning bolt.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
that's something I'm not big on. But I mean,
You run into D&D?
Oh, back in the day, yeah. And this is kind of like the new D&D, and I get it. I understand it, but it's
Are
just...
you talking like Magic the Gathering and like some of that other stuff?
That shit. I can't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
Okay.
Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my. Like, what about you, Rob?
I mean, I don't think I understand your question.
What's some shit that you just like? Okay, let's lay this clear. We're all nerds here, right? We're all nerds in some form of fashion. We're all nerds. We're all into some kind of nerdy shit that other motherfuckers like that in your same neighborhood will look at you like, that grown ass motherfucker does that. You know what I'm saying? We're all in that class type, right? But there are certain things within that category of nerddom or geeking that I feel I personally just can't get into. Like, you know, and that being the whole card thing. Not because it's stupid, it's just not a thing that I'm into. You know what I'm saying? And I might have a tendency to call it stupid, even if it's not really stupid. I'm not doing that dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, whereas my brother, who is nowhere near into toy collecting, he will fucking sit up all night with some buddies doing that fucking gaming shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you got other guys who play video games, but they're not going to do no toy collecting. So I'm saying, like,
we're not into.
Yeah.
I don't read comics. I'm not. And look, this isn't in any way a knock on.
No apologies. No apologies, sir. No apologies. We don't want any apologies, sir. No apologies. No apologies.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I really like diversity. I like how people, you know, can be like snowflakes. We all look the same as collectors, but when you look a little deeper, we're all unique.
You just take a hit, Tyler. You just the fuck.
Are you, wait a second.
Snowflakes pink on the inside.
Are you saying we all look alike, Rob? Is that what you're trying to say?
On the inside, we're all pink on the inside. No. What I'm trying to say.
Okay, I got you.
I enjoy the fact that maybe like Eddie likes the comics and he likes Ninja Turtles and maybe he likes G.I. Joe, but we have something in common with Transformers. You know. Maybe he'd turn me on to something, you know, talking about it that I previously was not interested in. Just like I don't even know who introduced me to Gundam, but one of our friends did, and now I love the Gundam. And like John Gibbons, he got into Gundam because of me and Greg talking about it.
I love the Gundams.
You know, and then
half of the Gundams. I get along with the Gundams. Some of my best friends are Gundams.
Hey, did you say Gundam or Gungan? Misa thinking Brave wants to come hang out tonight.
I meant Gundams. I think he thought Gundam. But yeah, so but what specifically do I not collect or don't have the time for or any
just won't fuck with.
Yeah, comics. I don't have the time to read a comic because based on my lifestyle, I can't fucking sit there with a comic book because I have a 1.5-year-old that has turbo feet just shredded to pieces.
Now you never, even growing up, was a comic fan at all?
Oh yeah. No, when I was younger, I used to love the comic store. I'd collect X-Men and X-Force.
Okay, so that is still part of you, even though you still don't do it today. I don't read physical comic books now. I read a lot of shit, you know, digitally, but behind me I have about 9 or 10 fucking long boxes from my youth.
I never got into collecting. You know? I love Star Wars, but I never got into collecting the figures.
That shit don't count,
same
Rob.
That
shit don't count. That shit don't count. The comics don't count because you said that
you
should collect. We're talking about some shit you're just not gonna fuck with. Like, I am not fucking with the cards.
Never even,
shit.
you know.
There's no way.
What about cosplay? Who's into cosplay? You guys into cosplay?
That's some shit I'm not gonna do. Yeah.
You know, I respect it, and going to these conventions a lot and having people on my Instagram feed and seeing what they do. It's great. It's fantastic, but it's not for me.
Yeah, I can't dedicate my time to it. I'm not.
Yeah, but at least that's one of those things. Like, even though you're not into it, like, you can appreciate it for what it is, right? Like, when it's done right, like, you know it's done right.
But are you gonna fucking go and make you a costume and go dress up and shit?
Oh fuck no, hell no! I could barely get dressed to go to work.
That's the kind of shit we talking about, Rob. Like some shit like you're just not gonna I'm not gonna do it.
Can I jump in here?
Go ahead. We'll come back to Rob. Rob needs some time.
All right,
I was like, fuck. They got me. Fuck.
So like, kind of like you. Like I never really got into the whole like card board game thing, but on the other hand, like my younger brother, like he's gone like flown across state lines to go compete in like Magic tournaments. Dude, like
Rob's laughing like an elitist.
I know, but it's funny. Like we can pass judgment on it, but I mean, like he's good. He wins money. He has fun. He hangs out with his friends. Like, is it really that much different than us going to TFCon?
It's not at all. That's the whole
Probably
point.
not.
Because it sounds like he comes out with money in his pocket.
Well, that's true.
We come out with the exact
Well,
opposite.
no, because with that, everything he wins, he spends. So he puts it back into the thing. But like, that's something I can't get into. But the one thing, like, and this is like the nerdiest of like the nerd stuff, and I saw it the other day, man. And I almost like had to pull over just to take a picture and send it to everybody, but I didn't. Is I can't get into that LARPing, that live action role playing stuff.
Did you see some LARPing up this way?
I did.
Where?
It was last Monday. I was driving back from Bridgewater, New Jersey, and I was heading back up this way. And there's a park, and it's like you stop. And the funny thing is like it was on a main intersection. Like I guess like if you were gonna do it, I'd be embarrassed. Like I'd go somewhere where people couldn't see me, not like on a main road.
Not those guys.
Oh, they were out there, man.
Yep.
They had all kinds of stuff, and like I just sat there. I was like, holy crap, these guys are super into this, and like
Yeah, I could say add LARPing to my list.
yeah, like I can't get into
I
it.
think I'm gonna jump on that LARPing too. I never even heard of that shit before.
You-
When
No.
they saw you, Tyler, were they like, "It's a White Walker"?
Fucking right.
Oh
Oh
god,
shit.
I'm gonna catch you in the streets of Brooklyn, Rob.
Oh shit.
He got ya. G.O.T. Got ya. Game of Thrones. Gotcha.
Ah,
Even further.
It's
All
terrible.
right, Rob. So we're gonna come back to you one more time. Is there anything that you want to throw in there or what? I
fuck.
think pretty much with the LARPing. I think we're all agreed on the LARPing.
I'm sending Rob a big box of comic books.
Yeah, I like comics. I just didn't have time, so it's not that. I mean, so I know Ninja Turtles. I never got into. I never had time for that, and I know a lot of people love them, and I just don't feel it.
Are you talking the cartoon or the comics or both? All of it.
Everything.
Dude,
The
you
whole
didn't
thing.
like Ninja Turtles? I've
No.
never heard of anyone that grew up in our time frame that didn't like Ninja Turtles, except for like girls, and even girls.
Disliked it.
You disliked
I disliked Ninja Turtles.
Like
yes.
that's even worse. It's like you didn't just not like it; you disliked it. Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
I
wow.
really didn't like it. I prefer Battletoads,
Oh my gosh.
which I beat.
Oh my gosh. That's a groundbreak. That's a bold statement, sir. Like everybody's
Yes.
quiet now. Everybody's quiet. Like what the fuck did he just say? I think Dustin
You beat
Tyler.
Battletoads?
I think Dustin Tyler like texting each other, loading up the guns and shit. Like, finna come see you.
I know.
Like, we gonna see about
It's
this
like my
shit.
dirty little secret.
We gonna go see about this.
You know,
shit.
like I fucking hate Ninja Turtles and everyone loves them.
You
I
know,
have to shut the fuck up.
I was never a big Turtle fan. I enjoyed the old school book and stuff like that, but I wasn't a huge Turtle comic fan. I mean, cartoon fan, excuse me. But I was an old school comic fan.
I mean, I had this.
I don't own any turtles, even in my modern day collection. I've been looking at those. What were they? The NECA ones.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the non official NECA ones, because I'm not a big official turtle fan. But it'd be nice to have some old school looking comic book styled turtles on a shelf somewhere.
Ones, you literally got to go for the KO ones because the official ones are crazy.
Oh, they're too fucking expensive, man. Yeah, they're crazy.
In all fairness, I have owned turtles. I had two Ready-Eared sliders for like 6 years.
Oh, jeez.
Did their eye pop out?
No, we have to give them away though because they just got too big. It's disgusting. They're very smart. Turtles are very smart. But yeah, no, I never got into it.
All right, so I want to throw this out here. The reason why I asked you guys that, and like I didn't expect Tyler to do it, which he did not do it, because Tyler be detoxing and shit, so he's not going to. But the reason why I asked you guys is because I like the first thing that both of you guys did before you went out and said what you wasn't into, right? Is you gave that quick summary of that this like the disclaimer. You gave a disclaimer of, what I'm saying, this is not to offend anyone, I'm not trying to fucking offend anyone, blah blah blah. I'm just saying. So I actually just threw the question out to see if we would get that first, because in most cases you do now, and obviously it's because so many people in the fandom, in this whole collective community, this whole nerd thing, everyone's so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? If you say something against something, everybody like fucking goes crazy, like you're attacking them, which leads us into our next topic. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to go into this, and I don't want it to be a conversation of, you know, are KOs good or bad. I mean, of course we'll graze through that. We can graze through that, right? Because everybody has different feelings. But my perspective on this whole thing is that we seem to be a little too sensitive and attached to things that don't belong to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't belong to us, but we're hiding. Not we as the guys on this show, but just in this fandom period, or just in the like collectordom period, we're hiding behind these things. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? And we're getting like so attached to it. So if someone says something about something, then you take offense to it and you go crazy like they fucking attacked your kid or something. And that's just not the case. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. The pitchforks and the fucking torches come out instantly.
Yeah. So I definitely want to go into that, and so I'm referring directly to that chat line that was going on. And hey, Tyler, that was third party addicts, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So there was this long ass chat stream in third party addicts, right? And hey, Tyler, you want to break it down? You know a little bit more about it?
He's an admin now.
I know, right? Go figure.
Maybe not after this show.
No, like I woke up and I had a thing from Lenny. He's like, "You're an admin." I'm like, okay, sure.
You've got the touch.
Bam.
Yeah. Was that after I left?
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, because I saw you leave, and it was funny. I was going to bring that up on this episode too. But no, like there has just been like a rash of KO talk, like in the third party group, and a lot of it's been centered kind of around like the Nero Rex oversized KO, the Feral Rex oversized KO, and it's like all these guys talking about this, that, and the other. Somebody was bringing up, you know, I can't wait for Fans Toys Dinobots to get knocked off, like this, that, and the other, and then like enough was enough. So you know, Lenny, one of the owners of the group, was just like, "Hey, man, like, do me a favor. Like, if you're gonna like go talk about KOs, like, take it elsewhere. Like, this isn't the time or the place for it." And it just kind of erupted from there. Like, I'm looking at it right now. There's like hundreds of comments. Like, if
there's like an ass load of comments.
If you scroll through this stuff, and I mean, and there's people in here talking about knockoff Bruticus's from, or would that be Bruticai? Is that the plural of Bruticus? That actually makes him sound Hebrew.
Bruticai. Shout out to Bruticai, holding it down.
So, and
Bruticai.
Like, yeah, you got to.
Sorry to get a cry in there.
Got to put the phlegm on it. But no, like, and there was just a lot of people that got really upset, and it was just kind of like it was a combination. One of it was a couple people try to take like a free speech angle on it, right? Like, I should be able to say what I want.
Yeah,
this, that, the other.
Exist in someone's group now.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, it's not the time or the place.
Well, let's ask Robert right quick. Robert, is there such thing as free speech in someone else's group?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Well, you know, hey guys, when you start a group, when you start a group on Facebook, it's the group for the people that are members of that group. It's not because this is my group, this is it. But I do understand if it says third party addicts, you are there to talk about third party figures.
Absolutely.
And you know, and to people keep bringing up Hasbro or knockoffs, and I know for a fact the reason why Lenny made that group, and I was back from day one an admin with that group, was because of the fact in TF Addicts and other groups, people were talking shit about 3P, or it was anytime we as third-party collectors wanted to discuss that, we always got the bullshit thrown in there. Well, you know, they're just knocking off Hasbro, or, you know, we got the whole schmeal. So Lenny talked to C-Spray and started the group. Asked me if I wanted to be an admin. I said, yeah, I'm in. Let's do this.
Well, I was going to say the conversation went that direction too. Well, isn't third-party knockoff of Hasbro?
Nah, come on, man. You know what? You could beat a fucking dead horse all day on this same shit.
They have,
and you know, but you know, some people may feel that way. And if you make a public group with that many members, you know, you have to stand up and say, okay, well, maybe this is how he feels, and that's how that person feels. But if the fucking the bashing and the KOs and all that shit comes in, that's when you need to police a little bit. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. You know,
I mean, if having rules pertaining to what subject matter is allowed,
Yep.
you know, is a precursor to being a member, and you violate those rules, you can be kicked. You can't raise First Amendment rights. And that's absurd. It's silly.
Hashtag activists.
You know when you say I want to join this group, this is what it is. If it's a pinned rule post, the fucking name of the group is third party, and you got guys in there waving Hasbro flags. Excuse me. and
You know somebody that can lift Matt?
and it's just because
That's
they're
a two-way joint.
they're there and they join these groups just because they want to see what's going on, or they not part of that world, but they want to be able to. It's disgusting, and this is why I purged all the groups this week. In past 2 weeks, I've been doing it. I think I'm down to like maybe 5 now, and that's where I'm going to be happy with, because as much as everybody complains about forums and how TFW is in this forum or that forum, it's the groups are becoming the same thing.
Yeah, it's boring.
It's becoming the same thing. You go to every group, it's the same 50 posts from the same 40 people with the same bullshit, and this is that, and this is this. And every once in a while, you're scrolling, you'll find something, you're like, all right, I want to read this, and I want to reply to it.
That's why, you know, when I post something, I'll usually just post in one place, and I'll randomly pick where to post it, because I don't want to post the same fucking meme 10 times. You know,
and it has nothing to do with guys like us who have shows or reviewers. Right. You want to get your name out. You want to get your product out there, and that's great. But it's like, how many times can we see something in every fucking group that's been shared from someone else's Facebook group that's news, and it's everywhere.
Or please, like if you take your fucking stomp came in, and you took a picture of your stomp with the rest of your Dinobots, no one fucking cares.
You're such a stomp hater, aren't you?
I'm just giving it as an example. It can be your fucking Constructicons of either company or whatever. Don't post it to 10 groups. No one fucking cares.
Someone that's proud, they're proud of their collection, and I get that, especially dealing with
your favorite group.
Realm, with ROC and with Instagram and all that other stuff. People are proud of stuff, they'll put it out there. But like you said, it doesn't need to be 75
places where everybody is all in the same groups anyway. You know, it's obnoxious.
Let's chop this down a little bit. So let's chop this steak into a few parts, right? So first thing, all right, just diving into what you guys.
Hold on, we're never gonna get to the cereal, are we?
Oh no, we're gonna get this. It's gonna be a long one. We're gonna get there.
Mr. T.
We're gonna give them the heartburn first, and then we'll get to the easy shit, right? The joyful shit. We're gonna put some frowns out there, and then we're gonna bring the smiles back. You know what I'm saying? So that we don't want to give them the frowns last, because it might be like, you know what? I'm not listening to that shit no more. It made me feel bad about myself. So we're gonna kick them in the balls now, and then we'll give them some ice for it at the end of the show. So like. All right, so you guys just said, like, people get their little toys in or whatever, and we all do it. We get our little happy pics of what we got in. We want to share our scores and shit like that, right? And so you see people post like 20,000 pics in 20,000 different groups of the same, figure in a very bad pose with a very bad background, at a very bad angle, right?
A sheetless mattress.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I was about to say it. The box on top of the sheetless mattress. That's my favorite.
My only real gripe with that kind of shit is like, man, take a good picture, dude. But okay, other than that, all right. So we all do that, but I think there's a larger class of collectors who are looking for someone to be happy with what they did. They're looking for someone to appreciate them. I don't know. So what do you guys think about that? Like, do we have too many people that are just really looking for someone else to justify their existence by
the attaboy? You're talking about the attaboy, and that's the millennials. That's the millennials. The millennials need an attaboy, and they need to be patted on the back every 3 fucking minutes.
Do you really think it's just the millennials? Because I've seen quite a good bit of old dudes around our age and even older.
Well, those are the guys that want to be millennials.
They're looking for approval. They're looking for approval, and some of these people are dead. Are like they have to have that approval from other people by posting their shit. And this might just be me. I would like to hear what you guys think about that. and how much of a part of it that plays. Because when you take that approval away from them, you know what I'm saying? Then they go and they fucking do hat fits. You know what I'm saying? But as far as
that's where the do hat. I get.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, what do you guys think about that? I'm looking for all three of you guys. What do you guys think about that? As far as them wanting the approval, or is that even real? Is that just something I made up?
Well, no, not at all. So, like, I get it, like, and we all get excited, like, when we get a box, right? And
oh, I love a good type box.
Oh yeah,
giggity. So, like, and I get it, like, you're excited, you want to share your experience, but what I think a lot of it is either A, they don't experience a lot of acceptance or being included into a lot of things, right? And a lot of
like a box.
Most of them have never seen the inside of a box, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh.
So, but I think like
Tyler comes out swinging on these motherfucking duets.
Oh, God, I've been so fired up over this shit. But no, but like I think a lot of it, and it's either they're being judged or they're catching flack from other people in their life if they're buying these figures. That they want to put it out there and get reassurance from other people in the fandom of, no, it's okay, or no, you made the right decision, or nope, you're cool now. And I think that's where a lot of people get offended when people don't like, and like you hear people, and like they do it for the likes, or they do it for the shares, because that, unfortunately, that's how they value themselves. That's where they draw their self-esteem from.
I get mine from Jesus.
Shout out to Jesus.
A like. One like equals one prayer.
One like is one blessing. I mean, I'm listening to you guys. Let us get some more in on that.
Really quick, let me throw something in there because you inspired me. I had a little idea. I think the fireworks erupt when, you know how you have the flash and the reverse flash? Well, you have the attaboy, and I think they might be the same person sometimes. The attaboy and the hater.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
When the attaboy posts and the hater comments, that's when the fucking anti-haters and the anti-attaboys and the attaboys for the hater and the haters for the attaboy all start going to war.
It's like a fucking Game of Thrones episode.
Game of nerds.
I am so trade
Wiener.
On the Iron Throne is Greg Targaryen. I think that's what happens. I think you're right. I think there is the whole attaboy thing, right? I think, look, I posted shit for bragging rights, but I'm very upfront about it. I'm like, hey, look what I fucking got.
You know, and when it comes down to like talking about groups, is like I think the cafe is the most well balanced group that I go into.
As far as what attaboys
I have to tell you that really.
But at the same thing, that's probably one of the most structured groups as well, though.
Exactly. I mean, it was I started as a buy and sell, if I'm correct, and there's a little bit straying off of that. People talk and there's topics and whatnot, but if you know the people that are involved in that, and I feel that, like you said, it's very structured. That you go in and when you do something, if it gets a little off key a little bit or a little, the people that are in there already, they're like-minded people like yourself. You're not going into the cafe to say, hey, look at the Combiner Wars figures I got. You're going into the cafe because you're the type of collector like me, like yourselves, like everybody, that type of collector. The realist. You know what I mean? You're a realist. You understand both sides, but this is what you do. So I really enjoy going in there and looking at some of that shit. So shout out to Greg for locking that down, and all the other admins there for keeping it kind of balanced. It's a really good job keeping it balanced there.
It's. I think you have people. Somebody will post a pickup they have, and maybe they do want approval, which is fine because maybe you have doubts. Like, should I have spent all this money on this Toy World Devastator? Or maybe they're trying to convince other people, like, hey, this is a great figure. You should try it. Or hey, stay away from this spin out. Don't. It's not worth.
Why did it have to be spin out? Why did it have to be spin out?
It's like thinking about like when I first started in 2012. If it wasn't for, I didn't know anything about Facebook groups. Didn't even know they were there. I don't even know how many there were in 2012, but it was all about reviews. But some of these guys are coming out now, or maybe they're just starting collecting, maybe they're just getting into third party. This is the place they're going to. This is where they're reading. Oh, this guy got it. This guy got it. This guy got it. Well, I got it now. Hey guys, look, I got it. I got it. It may be his first third party figure. It may be his first, I don't know, Hasbro combiner, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But to that person who's new into this, they're showing us something, and I don't think we should be those guys to be like, go fuck yourself. It'd be like, yeah, well, it's cool, man.
This is gonna sound real smug, right? But and possibly it is. I'm saying it, but I don't think the groups as they are today now, you know what I'm saying, are the best place to be cutting your teeth as a collector. I've come to feel that the groups are not the best place to cut your teeth as a collector because they're not the same as they were some years back.
There's some savages out there.
There are some savage motherfuckers. Oh, yeah.
Well, there are some groups that are nicer than others, though, that are more welcoming.
Yeah. No, but I get that, but there's a large majority of collectors that just like to come out, and it's on both sides. People that are buying masterpiece and third-party scale figure, or third-party scaled masterpiece figures, and then there's people that are buying combiner wars. There's some people that just like to go into these places to talk shit about what other people buy, because that way they're making themselves feel better about their decision.
Yep. So fire starters.
So now you're looking at people that are looking for validation. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, the whole Toy World versus C-Dub post. Yeah. Oh, is that hardcore collectors?
Let's not even go.
And there's the opposite side of the spectrum is the people that don't buy third party or can't afford a masterpiece figure or can't or don't want to say they don't want to do it, but in reality their pockets are too fucking.
Now see, that's what Tyler was saying earlier. That's what Tyler was saying.
It's kind of a flip. It's kind of a flip on both, and they'll bash anything third party because they can't or don't want to try or can't afford.
I mean,
or
you guys really think that's the thing? Like motherfuckers can't afford it, so they're fucking.
You have different personality types because I've seen certain people just say, hey, I'm so happy I've got Superion. And I would never, or Bruticus or whatever, and I just would never just be like, that's a piece of shit. This is your real Bruticus. I wouldn't do that.
Well, I was going to say, I clearly, I call them one-uppers, right? And we have a lot of those in the industry that I'm in. And it's funny because, we literally just had to take a personality test. Have you guys ever done these before?
Yes, but not for
I'm talking for jobs. Have you guys ever had to take one?
Yeah. For
I give one for myself.
You gave one to yourself, Rob. Awesome.
I don't have much of a personality.
I did it for a military situation, but I don't want to.
Well, anyway, so
ISIS.
You had for ISIS.
Fuck, you beat me to it.
Wow. Anyway,
Mickey Erika. Sorry, Tyler.
Dude, I'm over here trying not to laugh right now.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's all good. Welcome to Detox, boys. Well, no. So, but here's the thing. So, I know my personality type, and it's funny because I took this personality test. We had to, from a leadership standpoint. And it was more of a self-reflection thing. This is how, or this is what motivates you. This is how you tend to motivate others. You are a type A in this upper left-hand quadrant thing, very driven, very motivated. You know what I mean?
Oh man, fuck that.
So no.
Hey, was douchebag on the list?
Oh God! Wait, is that right when they shipped you off?
It's when they ship me to New York. They're like, you'll fit in perfect. Well, no, but anyway, so on the opposite side of this thing, there's other people that find value in tearing other people down. And I just saw it in the cafe. And it's funny because as soon as you said Bruticus, it reminded me of it. This guy, he got his Bruticus and he finally found his Shockwave. He posted a picture and he's like, I love this Bruticus. It's awesome. I finally found my Shockwave. This thing's amazing. And then some guy was like, I already have a Bruticus. And he posted a picture of his Warbitron.
Yeah,
why would you do that?
Yeah, you're just a fucking dick.
Yeah, exactly. Either
it's cool to do it.
That or A, he's trying to show off. right? So he can, again, like I think it comes back to he's trying to instill value in himself
Yeah.
or in his collection
Yeah.
by putting other people down.
And I love what we saw in this Facebook post because you had specifically there were two individuals feigning like legal expertise to
Yep.
debate KO versus 3P.
Get him right.
Yep.
You know, to just show one up each other. You know, to have this great debate again. Like, no one fucking cares. Just shut your mouth. Like, you're all wrong. You know, you're all wrong. All of you on all sides of the argument.
There's no right in it. There's just no right.
Here's the right answer. Just let me answer this.
Oh, here we go. Here's the right
ahead.
answer.
Go ahead, sir.
I have the answer. What constitutes infringement? Right?
Wait, Rob, wait, stop. Before you go any further, I want to say this. There was an episode of SCU. It was some months ago. And you guys were having this big debate about KOs and what are KOs and shit like that. And you were talking about, and you were trying to state like some legal points of it, right? But you couldn't get it out because they kept fucking with you, right? And everybody was going back and forth. And it was at that very moment that I said, I'm going to start a podcast. And I'm going to get Rob on so we can talk about this KO shit. I promise to God. Have at it, sir. Go. This is the culmination of time.
This is my moment.
Go, dude.
No.
Go.
This is the answer. There has not been a fucking legal decision. No judge has rendered a decision or a jury one way or the other. So right now, there's no infringement. So you can all shut your fucking mouths. You know, you can argue one way or the other, but you're all just blowing smoke up each other's asses. You know, that's all that it is. It all depends. You got a trial, and if you're stupid, you don't want a trial by jury, but you got a trial by jury. It all depends on who's on that jury. What the jury says goes. The one person says the sky is red, one person says the sky is blue. Maybe it's morning, maybe it's sunset. What's the color of the sky? The jury says the color of the sky. That's the color of the sky. Until they say it, there's no color. All sides are right and wrong at the same time. That's the fucking frustrating part of litigating. So if you're not an actual litigator, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, that's the bottom line.
I just stuck
that's it. So
I just stuck my thumb in the face of so many do-hats. Vis-a-vis Rob's comment. Yes.
I studied copyright law, meaning I Googled it.
Right.
And mechanics and characters. Shut up.
Dude.
So, you don't know what you're talking about. But the point is, people typically confuse copyright and trademark. Mm-hmm. Okay? You know, so they usually confuse that. Copyright is when an idea is rendered into a tangible medium of expression. That's a copyright. Trademark is a commercial. It's more of the commercial aspect of intellectual property. Like there is some mark or image or character that is associated in the in the consumers. The consumers associate this mark, idea, picture, words, something with a product.
Like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or that little ghost inside the Ghostbuster thing?
Not even, no! Stay Puft, what the fuck is that now, right? There's consumer confusion. The whole nature of a trademark lawsuit is consumer confusion. You're devaluing my company because you have taken my product and copied it, and you're saying it's my product and selling it at a cheaper price because people want a Gucci bag for $10 on
Okay,
Canal
so
Gucci!
Right,
Say
right
Gucci!
Right there, right. That's a conversation me and my wife have had. Like, she gives a fuck about this toy collecting shit, right? But when she like sees me like talking about this like KO argument, everybody's always having this shit, and I'll like try to explain it to her, and like, okay, you see that Grimlock? Like I was talking to her before the show. I was like, you see that Grimlock right there? Okay, that Grimlock is a KO of the original, which is blah 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 blah, and this is a third party, blah blah blah. And she asks, well, do they sell that Grimlock or whatever? Well, she didn't say the name. Do they sell that toy as if it is the original toy? And I'm like, nah, they give it a whole different name. They say it's a whole different thing. And she's like, well,
that's the whole point. They're not trying to say it's the same.
Exactly.
You know, this is not bright line.
Yeah, so my wife is like, That's not a knockoff. Because for a woman, especially a woman, when they go like to buy their purses and their Jimmy Choo shoes and all of that shit and their red bottoms and shit, they're like, okay, is this a knockoff or is this legitimate, the real shit, right? Because a knockoff. My perspective has always been that when you're selling a knockoff, you're selling a copy of the original item, right? That you're actually
and
trying
representing it as the
yeah,
original,
and you're trying to fucking fool someone into believing that it's the original item. You know what I mean?
That Grimlock's a slippery slope, though.
Nah, it's not fucking slippery slope.
Well, the issue.
Okay, hang on. They literally took the same design and blew it up like 40%.
Yeah,
even the box they put it in looks like the Takara box.
But
here's
they
the
call
issue.
it the
This is a
Grimlock?
unique issue. There's a unique issue. They improved it. I've never seen that before. MPP10 as well.
Yeah.
And MPO1. I have MPP10B, MPP10, MO1. I never owned a Bayverse transformer. The MP or whatever, and I have it.
They say that
and I
shit's
have.
shame.
Yo, MPP fucking 10 is incredible.
It's like fucking mind-boggling.
Incredible.
Here's the funny thing about these figures is they actually didn't change the mold. So it isn't the same mold, but it's the same mold otherwise. Like they added some vents to the legs, they added paint apps, they added materials.
They made it better.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, Tyler. You ain't NCC. You touched my PP.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. You weren't out there touching my PP.
No, I'm the one who made the joke about everyone standing in the parking lot touching your PP.
What's the difference? What's the difference between MP10? Okay, if Wei Jiang simply
Detox.
What if Wei Jiang simply sold an add-on kit that lengthened his legs and gave stickers? That's not a KO. But just putting it together for you, it's now a KO, which is weird because it's actually an improvement. This is like an anomaly to me. Well, because if it was a trademark lawsuit, trademarks, the issue would be damages. Did you copy my product? Yes. What are the damages? There's no consumer confusion, and you didn't devalue my product.
Made it better.
Right? You made it better.
No, but there is, because now instead of buying the original MP10, they're buying that. So there is damages. Well, they might not be as direct, but there's definitely indirect damages there. And
that doesn't constitute a KO. That doesn't constitute
no, but hang on. It's like they
got him going.
It's like they took the design, uploaded it into Photoshop, clicked on Zoom, let's go 125. Click and printed it out, and they built everything off of it.
I'm sure it was.
You know a little bit too much about how to do this.
Dude, the business I'm in, I see knockoff shit all the time, and it drives me insane. That's one reason why I'm so passionate about this.
Wait, but is the quality the same?
I was gonna say that's why you're so takes such a personal part in you, because of that.
Absolutely, I'm the first one to admit it.
No, but
are the standards the same? Is the quality the same or better?
Well, no, because what'll happen is like they'll do, quote unquote midnight runs, or they'll actually steal the molds, and they'll take them and they make them off site, and they use cheaper materials and they use cheaper goods.
But that's different than what I'm talking about.
No, but hold on. Hold on. Everybody stop. Tyler, my question.
Time out.
My question to you, right? Because I didn't even want to get into all of this shit. But my question to you is so when all of that shit happens, right? As far as, like you said, in your industry, right? When all of that shit happens, motherfucking Robert, how do they sell it? How do they package it? How is it sold? Do they sell it as like a whole? Like say let's say they take a Jordan shoe, they steal the molds, and they do whatever using whatever materials. Do they sell that as a different shoe called? Do they call it the Spider-Man 2.0, or do they sell it as the Jumpman, whatever, which is the mold they actually stole in the first place?
Well, no, they knock the boxes off, they knock everything off.
Yeah, and that's my point. That's my point.
So they're trying to fool you into thinking it's an original.
Yeah, or they call it like a factory second or whatever they want to.
Yeah, so the only claim that these companies would have would be a copyright claim, but that's actually it's a more complex analysis, and it's not a guarantee. The best argument that there is that and the fucking pinhead, the anti 3P pro KO pinhead came closest to the mark, which galls me, but I have to admit it, was he saying that this might be considered, he says it is, but the best argument to have is that it's a derivative work in terms of copyright. You know, and that would be the nature of the claim, that it's an unlicensed derivative work. You know, but the point is, until there's an actual finding or a lawsuit or there's a decision, it isn't. It's all just bullshit.
Okay, so
you know, and there's a reason why they're not doing that.
Okay, so with that said, with all of that said, that's good. That clears the conversation for the nerds listening, the collectors listening, the do-hats listening, on whether it's a copyright infringement, a KO, or whatever. You motherfuckers just got all the information, all the facts. Now, if you choose to argue the point of a KO versus not a KO, beyond this point, not talking to you guys, but the guys listening and the ladies listening. I should hope there's at least a couple ladies listening, right? Take that shit to the side, okay? So when we're coming, because we've just cleared that shit out for you. Tyler cleared it out.
Yeah,
right. Rob cleared it out.
Let me just highlight this.
Go.
Stop having stop pretending to be a legal expert. You're a fucking idiot. Thank you.
Shout out to fucking idiots everywhere.
There you go. Big ups to idiots everywhere. Okay, so I want to go back to, or I want to touch on the person that's doing it, the people, the mentality, the personality trait that lives in some of these people, the lack of social development is what I believe it is, that causes these guys to stand behind a keyboard like fucking 95%. When do these guys even go to fucking work? You know what I'm saying?
You're shouting out the keyboard warriors. We're trying to figure out the keyboard warriors right now.
Motherfucking do-hats.
And you'll never be able to figure them out, because ever since the fucking interweb came out, you know, it's always been this way. You know, and this goes back to message boards, news groups. It's always been this way, no matter what.
Here's the realness, though. When you look at, okay, real quick, everybody on the panel right now, everybody detoxing right now, right? Like, anybody collect anything besides Transformers?
Cases.
Case is nice.
I don't even know what you collect, but just do you collect anything besides Transformers?
Yes.
Yes? Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So, anybody else in groups on Facebook other than Transformer groups for collecting purposes? All right?
Yes.
Now, here's what I want to ask you guys, right? Because I'm in other groups too. Like, I go into Figma groups, I go into Marvel groups, right? And all that other shit, right?
Horse porn?
Yeah, definitely. What groups have you been in that you see
gay horse porn?
Which groups have you been in other than the motherfucking sheep porn groups, right? What groups have you been in that has this level of toxicity?
ISIS.
When it comes to the motherfucking just the overall atmosphere of collecting and motherfuckers clashing and shitting on each other and going through all of this bullshit that we see in the Transformer groups. What other groups for other toy lines have you been in that has that same level? Because I see it nowhere. Marvel sometimes. Some of the Marvel shit sometimes. On the Legends shit. That's just sometimes. But what other groups? I have not seen it in any other groups to the extent that you see it in the Transformers fandom.
Yeah, I agree. I'm in a Joe group. I'm in a Mass group. A couple comic groups. Nothing crazy. Vinyl, you know, digging. You know, old school vinyl digging. You know, samples and hip hop. You know, nothing. You know, you get your occasional flame war here and there. That's an old term back to the message boards. But you know, it's nothing like what we see in the TF community.
Word. Anybody else?
Well, no, I was gonna say I'm in other ones too, but the Transformer fandom, it's so diversified, meaning like there's so many avenues you can collect, right? Like you say you collect Marvel Legends, well you have like what, the 6-inch and then the 3 3/4, like that's it. You have two options. Where you say you're a Transformer collector, and because it's been around for 30 years, you have G1 collectors, you have G2 collectors, you have Beast Wars collectors, you have, and it keeps going. But the other thing is now, and it seems like there's much more of a collector side with the MP, but now you have a third party, and you don't see as much third party in some of these other fandoms, and that is, at least for me, when I'm in the groups, the third party is probably one of the most decisive things in our fandom as Transformer fans.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Robert, I just saw that comment in that chat. You focus on the show, goddammit. You focus on the show.
No, I gotta say, T, you're really on point with that, man. You really, that's a great, definite addition to this conversation, because once you start adding in all those other factors, and I think that's where a lot of the issue can be. It can be, definitely.
You finna say something, Rob?
Huh?
You finna say something?
Who?
No,
What?
Rob's not paying attention.
Fucking Rob's not paying
I
attention.
just told Joe that his Gundam looked nice because I was thinking about Gundam.
Get out of the freedom chat, Rob.
Rob is putting 5 different Gundams together at one time.
No. Joe H, who I fucking you get an anti shout out, you douche. But he does crazy customizing painting and very psychotically. Like he puts on latex gloves and he's been painting this one Gundam for like a month now. And
That's because Joe's an anarchist, dude. So,
Dude, hey, time out. First of all, I'm looking at this Gundam. It's wearing ruby red slippers.
It's looked the same month, and he keeps painting it.
That's all you got to know. All right, back on subject here, Rob.
yeah,
Anyway,
please,
so
Rob.
my point is the Gundam, like page Gundamit, for Gundam collectors, it's called Gundamit, and nobody's mean, and it's kind of weird. Like I'm always like, ugh. When there's a post, I actually have a visceral reaction when I get a notification for a post to the page.
It's so
I'm like,
sick. We're so used to going in with our guard up.
Well, yeah,
No,
yeah,
but I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like Theon Greyjoy now. I'm like,
You've been
like,
broken.
I would
You've been
rather
broken.
I'd rather see the pain. I want to see some butthurt. I don't want to see niceness.
You want
I
to
wanna
sit
see
back
some-
and you want to sit back and watch the car accident, the train.
Yes.
That's
Well,
what
no.
you want to do. You're the rubbernecker. You want to be the rubbernecker. I get it.
No, I'm the ambulance chaser.
Hold on. No. To Tyler's point, because that's a real good angle, and I had not considered that. I mean, if you go into like say a Marvel collectors group, right? And in that Marvel collectors group, you have just Marvel characters, period, right? So you're looking at having Marvel Legends, and then within Marvel Legends, you have new Hasbro, you have older Hasbro, and then you have Toy Biz, and then you have the import Marvel stuff, right? But and even in the midst of all of that, you don't really get any of the confusion. And I recognize that there's not as many levels as there is in the Transformer fandom. Now the time has been around, but it's definitely not as many levels. But even still, even with all those levels, why the fuck do people feel the need to attach themselves to something that's not theirs? They didn't build it. They don't have any money in it.
I think it's the people never want to admit when they're wrong. and
Yep.
And well, except Dusty. Shout out to Dusty.
Oh yeah,
shout no, Dust,
not you, Dust, not
Dusty.
you, Dust. This other guy.
Whoa! That's a copyright infringement.
So, well, no, I don't know if you listened to the last episode, Dust, but this guy actually admitted he was wrong.
Yeah.
He was flaming the Toy World Debbie, and he was like, "It doesn't even look G1. It's not supposed to."
That guy.
Yeah, and then when I told him what it was, he actually went and did research, and he's like, "Oh, it's spot on, perfect."
Yep.
You know what I mean? But that's the one time in our fandom that I can remember somebody manning up and saying they were wrong, and I think the thing is, especially in our fandom right now, is you have so many avenues, and it's the same character. You're getting so many representations, and you have that idiot who's trying to say the Hasbro Debbie, or no, he had the Takara Debbie. Takara Debbie's better than the Toy World. You can't compare them. Like if you want to compare Generation Toy when it finishes with Toy World, go ahead. Like at least they're in the same ballpark. But you can't compare stuff that's on the shelf.
Hey,
Especially if you don't have the better one.
Let me.
Well, and that's a whole other thing. But the other issue is like you're entering into, like, we had the Dinobot War, where everybody's got one, and some people will jump into something and they do not want to admit that they made a mistake. They don't want to sell the one that they bought, take the loss on it.
But is it a mistake?
And go back
though?
and go and buy it.
But is it a mistake though? You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's in the eye of the beholder. Like,
exactly, it's up to the person that bought the fucking
so
thing.
if they bought a G creation, right, and then they start looking at fans' toys and they're like, "Damn, man, maybe I did make a mistake." People don't want to admit that. So,
but why would they? But why would they view it? See, here's what I don't get, and maybe I don't know, and this might go into a whole different conversation, right? Because
I'm sure we'll.
I've been feeling the whole this thing about like all these cliques within like the collectordom. You know what I'm saying? And I thought the whole point of coming into like this whole collector community and collecting was to get away from the I'm cool, I'm hip click shit, clicking off shit. You know what I mean? But I've been
Wait, you can't talk to Tyler. Tyler like started the fucking one percenters.
Well, no, that's totally different. I'm feeling that though. You know, that's why
That
I'm a
was
hypocrite, 'cause I'm feeling
collaboration. That was me and Lenny joking around one night,
that. Look at Tyler.
and it turned into something.
Nah, but I'm serious. So why would I don't get the I don't get the perspective of I'm sorry. I don't get the idea of looking at my purchase as a mistake when it comes to something that I bought that I want, because I don't need any motherfucker anywhere else to tell me whether something is good or not, bad or not, whether I should have got it or shouldn't have got it. If I like it, I fucking like it. You know what I'm saying? And
Unless it's terrible. Like, if it's terrible, like, honestly, I think it's rare, like, with Spin Out. Like, if it's known that it's shit and you go and buy it anyway, I mean, it's a shit figure. Just a shit
but even
product.
if I buy it, if it's shit, I don't feel it. I'm like, okay, I bought this and it's shit. I'm gonna say, hey man, you know what?
Yeah.
This is a piece of shit.
But it's
you know what I'm saying?
but it's the best piece of shit I have, and I love it.
Well, no, I'm not even gonna defend it. If it's a piece of shit, it's a piece of shit. I don't feel the need to defend it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't make a mistake.
Yeah.
I bought a piece of shit, and so now
But
I'm telling you, I bought
some
a piece
people
of shit.
think, well, I spent $100. I gotta tell people I like it because I spent $100.
Yeah, because they don't want to admit they're wrong.
Is there something wrong with that person is what I'm asking. Is there something psychologically wrong? Is there something wrong with that person's social development? Because I think there's something wrong with that person. And I don't think it's being addressed by anyone. I think there's something wrong with the person that attaches their livelihood as an adult. Because I can see a kid doing it. I can see a kid doing it all day. Kids do it all the fucking time. My kids do that shit back and forth from their rooms all day. But I can't see like this guy, this douchebag in that fucking post stream. What was his fucking name? I'm gonna say his fucking name. Hold on.
Don't
Jake.
say his
I'm
name.
saying his fucking name. I hope he's
Jay. Not last name.
The fucking dude's name. Okay, for you guys, I won't say last name. The dude's name is Jay or whatever the fuck, right? Okay, so
Jay Ruse?
he
It definitely we could say fuck Jay Ruse without a doubt.
So far as to curse Lenny out, like I don't know if they had like some personal beef from back in the day. He went so far as to say, "Dude, I hope you don't live in Atlanta." He's gonna give Lenny
that
business.
idiot,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
No. Well, no. He took it even further than that. Like he started attacking Lenny for his personal appearance, saying like he was commenting on his gauges and saying he looks like he doesn't bathe.
Talking
I'm
about
like,
his sin
I'm like, you don't
shit.
even know this guy.
Yeah, and
You know what?
let me just-
I left the group right before this shit. I wish I fucking would have seen
this
all
dude
this
put
bullshit.
all of this shit out, man. And I don't know this guy. This guy might be a dedicated Braves toy review, motherfucking toy detox listener. But on the real, something's fucking wrong with the person that would do all of that over some toys. This guy comes out in the post, right? And he says, I'm 45 years old and I work in the prison system, meaning he's like a prison guard or a warden or whatever the fuck, right? So you
Or a prisoner.
Or a prisoner, yeah. I was gonna say that.
He's a janitor. He's scrubbing that shit at
whatever
night.
the case is, but you did.
For the record, I just want to say that Lenny is one of the kindest people I know.
Yep.
He really is.
Yeah, Lenny's a great guy.
Yeah, having said all that, I'm going back
He
to
just
business.
wants to keep that. He wants to keep the page limited to third party.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a million pages out there.
I personally don't even care about that part. The part that I care
It's
about,
like I said,
is
that
a
was the
fuck-
reason why it was created.
Yeah, but I don't care about none of that. The part I care about is an adult. An adult, man. And a 45, you're not just a fucking 20-something-year-old adult, not a 30-something-year-old adult. You're a 45-year-old adult with a family and a fucking job. Why in the hell would you feel so offended about the conversation over toys that you have no money invested in the company that produced that shit, right? You're not going to profit from this shit. Why would you feel the need to go after someone like that? And to the point of saying, I hope you don't live in Atlanta, like you're going to do something to that person. You know what I mean? I don't understand.
You know what? I didn't know it got escalated that fucking big, man.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I heard some shit, but I didn't know it was that
Well-
fucking crazy, man.
Well, and here's the thing.
No, it
Like,
was really out of line, though. It really came out of left field. It really didn't
Well,
belong there.
And
I
it's
was
not
gonna
even,
say-
and it's not just him. There have been many nerds, many
There was-
collectors that do that kind of shit all
there
the
was-
fucking time.
there was two main ones, and I already kicked them both out, exercising that band hammer already. But here's the thing, and it's the, and I've been thinking about this, and I've been trying to like wrap my head around this because even since the first episode of Detox I was on, and shit, the episode of SCU I was on, this shit came up, Rob. and we were
Which episode? You've been on 2.
it was the first one we were talking.
Oh,
It was in the 90s somewhere. Anyway, like the whole KO thing came up, and the mindset of I will wait for the KO.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It drives me up the wall. Like if you like this fandom, if you love the product, why do you as a fan want to settle for a knockoff product?
What bothers me tremendously.
Me too.
Is you're really you can put these companies out of business.
I didn't want to get deterred with the fucking KO conversation. I wanted to deal more with the type of person that gets caught up in that does this kind of shit. What drives that person? You know what I'm saying? To do stupid shit like this.
Okay, well, Dust wasn't on the call, but I'm going to say the same thing. Like
go ahead.
this same guy who's kicking dirt, causing all this ruckus. This is the same guy that's the I'll wait for the KO guy. And it's like, are you real? And I don't steal a term from Matt Baldwin. Are you collecting for the right reason?
Oh, say that.
I am being dead serious because I mean, if you enjoy the product, if you enjoy Takara Masterpiece, by you not buying the Takara Masterpiece, you're damaging their company, because that $50-$60, whatever you were going to spend, goes back into their company, pays the designers, pays for further product development, product research, and it's, lack of better terms, like you're cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Yeah, but are you really thinking? Do you really think, or are you really saying that because a person or this person's favoring of purchasing KOs that is a direct tie to his fucking personality or his value set?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, but see, I myself will buy a KO. I'll buy me a hot KO, right? But this kind of bullshit right here, I'm not for. I think this is some really cowardly shit. I think it's cowardly. I think it's moralist. It's like it's amoral. It's ridiculous. I think you have a person who's like, I think a lot of these people who do this kind of shit right here, the keyboard warriors as we call them, the do-hats, whatever the fuck you want to call them, I think these guys have some development issues. I think they don't have much going on that they're proud of in their regular life, and they're hiding behind this collector shit. Whereas this collector shit is supposed to be your fun, not a fucking extension, not a definition of who you are. It's supposed to be an extension of who you are.
Okay, well hang on. Let me take this back real quick, Mickey. You brought up your girl's reference, right? Purse, shoes, whatever. How would your wife feel if you brought her home a Louis Vuitton handbag and you're like, it's the same thing, it's close enough, it's good enough?
She ain't gonna walk around with that shit. My wife is all in the club. She did you hear her in the back? Say it one more time, babe.
You get cussed out.
There you go.
You probably get beat up. Well, it's the same thing. And that's kind of one of the things I really wanted to get to. Like, what is the underlining cause of wanting to buy a KO? Is it simply because you don't have the money?
No, it's. I'll tell you right now, the Takara Bumblebee. I said I'll wait for the KO on that one, but I still bought the original. But that fucking thing was so fucking horrid. Why am I spending $70 when I can spend $30 and just have it on the fucking shelf anyway?
Well, look, I don't buy it. I mean, I bought one Takara KO, a Red Alert, back in the day, and I regretted it, and I never bought another one since because of the minimal QC issue you had. It ruined it. It took it off of that pedestal. So, like, I feel like the epitome example right now would be that oversized Predaking. When people, how much is that for the KO?
$200.
I don't know. Right. I mean, you just flushed $200 on the toilet. You're a fucking moron.
More than that, because now they're having to buy the upgrade kit for the knockoff for the KO.
It's a funny thing. It's like people are selling Feral X for like $350.
Yeah, you buy that oversized KO Feral Rex. You're a poser. You are a genuine poser because you didn't get the real figure. You got nothing near the product, and you just spent a whole shitload of money to look cool. There's no other reason why you got that figure. There's no other valid reason because you can't fucking do anything with it. it's a piece of garbage. Penises.
Can you guys
Everybody
hear me?
there? Everybody there? I thought
Yeah.
maybe you lost the call.
No.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Fuck. And I think I must be in fucking bizarro. I don't think you guys are feeling what I'm talking. I don't give a shit about that KO shit. I don't, whether you like it or don't like it, whether you buy it, don't buy it. I personally don't care. And it's my focus is not on the KO because we have this same, or take the KO out of it. We have this same argument and asshat ridiculousness when we just have third party versus Hasbro.
Yep.
So it's, you can't attach the behavior to the purchasing of a KO because we
It's
have
a fucking
the same shit.
It's a status symbol. It's like, you guys know Dr. Seuss. You got the star belly sneeches. You guys remember that story?
That.
You guys remember that story?
I like that. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
exactly it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's all cool. Everybody's chilling. Some guy comes into town. I'll put a star in your belly if you got the money. People pay for the fucking money. They pay it. They get the star in the belly. All of a sudden, they're elitists. They're on their own. You guys are nobody. Well, now he goes to the nobody group because they split up now. They're not together anymore. So he goes to the nobody group and says, you know what? For a couple of pennies less than what I just sold it to these guys, you could have a star too. So they buy it and they get the star in their belly, and then they fucking, the other star belly sneeches see the other ones. Oh fuck, we can't be fucking associated with them. So they pay the dude to take it off. You get what I'm saying?
That's a perfect analogy, dude. Because
there you go. So
if
you never read Dr. Seuss Star Belly Sneeches, get out on this motherfucker.
Maybe that's
I'll
maybe
wait
that's
for
the
the
source
KO.
of the problem. Maybe that's the source of the problem. Maybe a lot of these collectors didn't get to read their Dr. Seuss.
You know what?
stories when
The
they were
only
younger.
people that are making out, the only guy that made out is the guy fucking selling the fucking stars, man.
Yeah, because guess what, dude? No matter
That's
which
it.
way you've been, Hasbro, third party, and this is my point, man. As far as the purchasing goes, no matter which way you've been, Hasbro, third party, or KO, the winner is the retailer, right, and the manufacturers, right, and
Exactly.
the losers, that's debatable, okay, but the issue for me is the people, because when I'm going through these threads and I'm reading all of this dumb shit, I don't see I don't see BBTS in there dropping, oh, motherfucking Lenny's a Nazi. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that. I see Joe Blow, motherfucking collector, in there being a dumbass, saying some shit that he would never fucking say in his day-to-day life in front of his other employees or co-workers or friends and family. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that some of these people, they are hiding inside of the collectordom. I really feel that, man. All you guys have been, no one's perfect. And I don't expect anyone to be perfect, right? But we've all been to fucking, to like the
Except
cons
Jesus.
and shit. Well, we all been to the cons, right? And you see some people in there. And it's nothing against them for being different, a little different. There's nothing
Stinking?
wrong with that. Yeah, okay, well, there's something wrong with
Smelling?
yeah, but we see the different sorts of people, and then it really makes me wonder, like, how many of these people, and I could be passing judgment. I really hate to do it, but I may be doing it. I don't know. How many of these people are hiding in this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk to you guys. Each of you guys I'm talking to on this panel right now, you have your individual lives. You do your thing outside of toys. Toys is something that you like doing because you like doing it, right? It's not the only thing you fucking have. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't fucking justify your being. You know what I mean? How many people are hiding in this? And this is why they fucking act like that. They act like someone's attacking them when you're attacking a figure that's a piece of shit or too expensive or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Totally.
I know it's more interesting to have the KO talk. I know that. You know what I mean? I know that's
Yeah,
more
yeah,
fun,
yeah.
right? Did I lose Robin and fucking Tyler?
You guys,
No, I'm here.
Hey T, Rob, you still there, man? Come on,
Yo.
come on, yo, 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 yo,
I don't
yo,
know,
yo,
maybe
yo, yo, yo,
it's
yo, yo,
just
yo, 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 yo.
Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I feel like there's something larger there that's a problem that goes far beyond toys. You know what I'm saying? We can have the KO talk, and that's fun, and everybody can post their pics. But I worry about some of these people, dog. Because, like, the same way we have
fuck 'em.
the same way we have little political talks.
But you know what?
Savage.
If that's what you like and that's what you like to do, who the hell are we to
fucking
tell them
do
that
it.
they can't?
Yeah, like,
That's fine, man.
gives
Go
a
ahead,
shit if a
buy the fucking
motherfucker
thing.
likes
It's all
that
you.
shit. Yeah.
It's your money. It's whatever, man. It's fucking. This is what we do, man. And it comes to the star belly sneak shit, man.
So
Fuck all that man shit. Do you, man? Do you?
So for real, if they want to cut down, if we want to cut down like the lone wolves and terrorists and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
All of a sudden, KO collectors terrorists?
Nah, I'm saying though. But when you're looking for that, go ahead, Tyler.
No,
Nah, Tyler, you just fucking hurt up because it's your business. That's what it is. They're taking money out of your mouth. That's why you're getting crazy on that shit.
You heard it here. Tyler don't fuck about you guys' mental well-being.
You know what? Try being someone into hip-hop in the 90s trying to get your shit out, and the fucking guy in the corner got it on a fucking bootleg cassette.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you look
You
at
know what I mean?
Onyx,
It's the same shit, but you know what? It's going to be a cycle, no matter what it is. Whether it's toys, music, fucking handbags, fucking dildos, whatever. There's always going to be a cheaper fucking version of something that's making money out there.
Motherfuckers make knockoffs of the Bible.
Period.
It's gonna always be knockoffs. You ain't never get.
Period.
You can't get rid of the black market. You can't. That shit doesn't even matter, man.
These guys are making money over there. What are they doing? All right, we could do it. Period. It's gonna happen.
So let's close out of this conversation and move on to cereals. Fuck it, because
I'm gonna go get a fucking bowl of cereal and some milk, and I'll be right back.
What are we talking about? I had to go gibber at a 1-year-old.
We're going into fucking Saturday morning, dude.
Actually, I'm sending Dust this article from the New York Times that cites that counterfeit goods are linked to terrorism. It is a real. It is a real thing, though. Hang on.
yeah, so are drugs. Drugs linked to terrorism too.
Everything, man.
It all comes back to the CIA.
Shout out to George Bush. Shout out to Ronnie Reagan, man. Where you been, man? I love you, bro.
Wow.
Hey, so you guys caught our little cereal and Saturday morning extravaganza last week. Even if you didn't
yes.
Just say
actually,
yeah.
I got most of it. I didn't get to finish it.
You guys posted the show, and I was trying to listen to it all before I came on tonight, and I didn't have enough time. So I listened to a little bit of the beginning, and then it was 3 hours fucking long, man.
I know, like, the one fucking time I gotta like fucking make sure I have everything down pat, and they record a 3.5-hour show.
It's like it's like I talked to Chris and whatnot. He's like, yeah, I listen to Nerd Rage. I'm like, you drive 7 hours a fucking day, man. I'm 20 minutes to work, and I try to listen to shit at my lunch, and I come home 20 minutes back, and I try to get you a little bit here, getting ready in the morning. I have like a Bluetooth speaker in the bathroom. I connect my phone and just, where did I leave off? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to catch up with everything, and Jesus, I was like, yeah, man, I gotta fucking listen to the show. I'm going to be on, and I want to see what these guys were talking about, so I don't talk about the same thing. And I listened to the big. Now I'm going to honestly say the last episode I listened to the beginning, and it got to like what you guys were talking about, news and whatnot, and I was like trying to find yesterday where
he fell asleep while driving. Thanks a lot.
Well, I tell you what, when everybody hears this show, they're going to hear Dust say, "I'm cutting everything else you said. I'm just going to hit the yes part."
Mr. fucking editor. So I got to the point with when you guys started talking about the cereals and the old school. I'm listening to this, man. I enjoyed it, man. It was great.
So we
really good fucking listen.
So
I will go back and listen to the meat and potatoes in between. That's just how I am.
No doubt.
The meatballs and sausage.
But we wanted to continue that on with a part 2, right? And have you guys on. You know what I'm saying? So I think on that show we talked about like your favorite Saturday morning cereal and cartoon. What was you guys'? Did you guys have a favorite Saturday morning cereal and cartoon?
There's so many, man, and you gotta remember, I'm a little bit older than you guys, so I was a late '70s, early '80s baby, or kid. So some of my shit goes a little bit different than you guys, and a lot of things that you guys were talking about, I remember. And there was a lot of stuff that I remembered even more because I had a younger sister. I had a sister that was born when I was in 6th or 7th grade. I can't remember exactly when it was. So I was always babysitting and whatnot. So I was a part of the whole late 80s into the 90s shit, Rainbow Bright and all that other bullshit. So I stayed in that realm, the gems,
cosplay.
all that shit. Yeah. It was
you said cosplay.
definitely a big cosplay guy.
So like I was saying that one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite shows that came on earliest in the morning was the black and white Lone Ranger, which it wasn't a cartoon, obviously.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, you were talking about that and that was cool because you guys were talking about not just about cartoon, it was live action, and like for me, shit started at 6 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. You had like Captain Kangaroo.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Captain Kangaroo.
And shit like that, and then it went into cartoons, and Hanna-Barbera was a big thing back then. You had all the Hanna-Barbera shows.
The Olympics. What the hell was that called?
The Laugh Olympics.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You had the Laugh Olympics. You had do you guys remember Catch That Pigeon?
Do you remember 3, 2, 1 Contact?
Of course I do.
I remember 3, 2, 1 Contact. Hell yeah.
Channel 13. You had Catch That Pigeon with Penelope Pureheart, and then it went into
Catch That Pigeon, Catch That Pigeon.
Yeah. The Hanna-Barbera shit, man. Yeah. Then you had that shit where it was a race.
With all those
had a car. Everybody had cars. All the Hanna-Barbera characters had cars, and then there was the Laugh Olympics. But then you also had shit like Thundar the Barbarian and all those old Hanna-Barbera shits. The Frankenstein monster. He was a Frankenstein robot, kind of like a big-ass robot, and a kid jumped in him, and it flew around. I think it was Junior Frankenstein or Frank.
Right.
I don't remember that one.
You guys remember the Mighty Orbots?
Oh, man. Oh, Mighty Orbots. Yeah, that was like in the 80s, man. Mighty Orbots was the shit. And the old school Super Friends, and I'm talking like old school with the Wonder Twin powers activate.
Yeah. It turned to the bucket of water.
And then before that, you had Marvin and Wendy with the dog. They were like the cool. They were the cool.
I remember them. That.
Yeah, like you know how all the Japanese old school cartoons always had like the comedy relief. They were like the comedy relief.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to remember. There was so much shit
what about
in late.
You, Rob?
Wasn't Spidey and Friends? Was that in the morning on Saturday?
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Well, you know what sucked for me when I was a kid. Like it didn't suck, but it sucked. Like every Saturday morning, my mom had me in like an art class, and my sister took gymnastics.
Oh, man.
So we'd have to walk like 6:30 in the morning, like 3 miles. And it would suck because I'm missing the cartoons.
Yeah, man, you had it bad, yo.
You know, like if somebody said, and I was in the art class because she was taking fucking gymnastics.
And no jabberjaw, man.
But no, I caught Saturday morning cartoons. I know it happened at some point. I mean, I liked GoBots. I liked Dungeons and Dragons. I love Dungeons and Dragons.
I have that on my hard drive, bro.
I liked Inspector Gadget, Silverhawks, Voltron, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats. But more importantly are the... Hold on. My 7-year-old is interrupting me. Yes, honey. I'm doing the show. Okay, but we'll call it. I can't. What I'm gonna say is. Hold on. She's totally interrupting me. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. You go on, Tyler. I'll come back.
Thundar the Barbarian. Anybody remember Thundar?
Yep.
Herculoids, all that shit.
Hey, I never watched the Herculoids. I never fucking watched Herculoids.
Herculoids was fucking dope, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. That's the old Hanna-Barbera shorts. They were about 15 minutes long.
Did you guys?
They did blocks. They did about hour blocks, and there was a bunch of different shows that were every 15. And what you guys talk about, like when you were watching the one show, you didn't know what was going to be on.
Yeah,
it was the same style as that. You didn't know what.
It was the Marvel Action Hour.
Yeah, with us it was like you had your like Herculoids, or you had the Impossibles. They were like kind of like a rock band. They were like Beatles, and they had superpowers. Yes, it was crazy.
Yes.
You remember the Impossibles, man? Oh man, the Way Outs, man. There was so much shit. What about Sid and Marty Krofft, the live action shit? Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, Land of the Lost.
Oh, Land of the Lost was the shit, dog. Yeah.
Far Out Space Nuts, man. All the live action shit, man. They used to put that in like about 10 o'clock because they realized like the older kids woke up a little bit later, so they throw that in like 10 or 11 o'clock. You had the Sleep Stacks.
Hey, do y'all remember any shows? Man? You know how you had that block? Go ahead, Rob.
I just want to say I did write a list of fuck these shows that I hated.
Okay.
That made me sick.
Let's hear that.
Don't say Land of the Lost was on there.
My childish time was taken up with garbage. And I was like, where's the good shows? Because, I mean, I don't know. When I was a kid, I had no concept of schedule and time and what's on when. I would just know I need to get the hell up and run downstairs and see what's on TV, you know?
Yeah.
But what I hated seeing, I felt cheated, was Care Bears. The Littles. Remember the Littles?
You
Of
didn't like
course,
the Littles,
we
dude?
are the Littles.
Dude, you didn't like the
Dennis
Littles?
Nope. Dennis the Menace.
God, man.
Yeah, not good.
The Smurfs.
I
Oh,
kinda
man.
hate Smurfs. I
And
kinda
so
hate
many
Smurfs.
kids I knew collected the fucking Smurf figurines.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that sucks.
The little
Oh,
PVCs,
God.
man. The little PVCs. It was everywhere. Do you know the Smurfs were big in Europe in the 70s?
Really?
Wow.
The mid to late 70s, Smurfs were really big in Europe, and it came over in the 80s.
Wow. I didn't
Do you
know that.
guys remember it was the show with the peas?
Oh, fuck yeah, I remember that.
I hated that show.
Because my sister, she had that. They were like peas in a pod, right? They're little peas in a pod or some shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, what was the name
I'm
of that?
trying-
I hated that show.
Man, this is so many fucking shows.
I have more for you. I have more that I hated.
All right, go.
Blue Falcon and Dino Mutt.
Go ahead.
Wait, Rob.
Go ahead, Rob.
Hit the list, Rob.
Winnie the Pooh.
You hated Winnie the
She-Ra.
Pooh? You hated
I
She-Ra?
hate
Oh my God!
She-Ra. By the honor of Grayskull,
Oh,
I will
man.
now put on more clothes than I had a minute ago. Alvin and the Chipmunks, I hate.
Yeah, I hated
Oh,
that.
wow. You
It
guys
wasn't
are
my-
killing
that wasn't my
childhood
era.
right now.
Muppet Babies.
Oh, stop.
I hated Muppet
stop.
That was one of Brave's favorites.
Get Robert
I know.
off the fucking show right now. Dude, you hated Muppet Babies? I didn't know what you hated about Muppet Babies. That was the fucking show, dude.
Everything about it.
Muppet Babies was my first real
Garfield Friends.
I hated Garfield. I hated
That was
Garfield.
friends. I continue to hate Garfield.
I hated
Chip
Garfield
and
because I
Dale
like
Rescue
Heathcliff.
Rangers.
Oh, you didn't like the Rescue
What
Rangers?
the fuck?
I felt
Wow.
cheated. Galaxy High School, I also hated.
Galaxy
Remember
High
Galaxy
School.
High
What the
School?
fuck was
Yes. Oh man.
What was
And then
Galaxy
there's
High School? I gotta Google that.
Heathcliff, the
No.
ghetto Garfield.
Stop.
That was on weekdays for me.
You hated Heathcliff?
Yeah.
Heathcliff was the reason why I hated Garfield, 'cause I felt like Heathcliff was the badass, dude.
Yeah, it was more ghetto, man.
Yeah, he's whooped
I love
everybody
Heathcliff,
ass,
man.
dude.
Those dudes were fucking killing it.
I was like, where's my Robotech?
Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh god. I was just finna say you redeemed
And-
yourself with Robotech, dude.
And fuck DuckTales. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That whole Disney shit, gummy bears
Dude,
up your ass and eat my fucking balls.
Dude, I was just talking to, or we talked about it last time. Like my kids found they replay some of the old Disney cartoons like Chippendales, Gummy Bears, Gargoyles. Man, I can't remember. There was some on there, and like they were getting into them.
Wait, what was it called? Galaxy High School or Galaxy High, the cartoon?
I think it was Galaxy High.
I'm
Galaxy
Googling
High
that
School.
shit.
Rob, I thought you were a little bit more my age, like the late '70s joints, man.
I was born in '75.
Yeah,
But I have
that's
three
only a
siblings.
couple. That's a couple of years off.
Yeah, but I have like two younger siblings.
So yeah, that's why I was saying. That's why I have a connection to like the mid to early '90s shit. Because
Do you
of my
guys?
sister.
Do you guys remember? Speaking of bad shows, do you guys remember Kissy Fur?
No.
The Bears.
Sounds like a fetish.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Do you guys remember the Mr. Potato Head cartoon?
Nope.
Mr.
Buzz
Potato
Lightyear?
Head and no, it was Mr. Potato Head and the kids, and then they put out like all the little mini, like the half-size Mr. Potato Heads. They were all kids. You guys don't remember that one either?
No.
Do
Do you remember? Do you remember on Channel 7 back in the day? They used to have that hanker for a hunk of cheese.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, I just found the fucking Galaxy High School. I used to love this show when I was a kid, dude.
Dude, you're the same guy who loved Beverly Hills Teens, though.
Oh,
Yeah, that
fuck
was. Yeah,
that. Hey,
I heard that too.
I love
man.
my
was
Beverly
like,
Hills
oh,
Teens,
man.
bro. I don't give a
You got-
shit. I say that shit all day, dude. You know what I'm saying? I love
I mean,
that show.
you know what? Honestly, we could really do like a 3-4 hour fucking show just rambling off shit, man. It's just so hard to pick. Like back in the day, it was a Shazam live action Shazam show on CBS. I remember.
I never saw that.
The Charlie Chan Clan. You guys remember Charlie Chan Clan? They were trying to go off on Josie and the Pussycats. There was a live band and stuff like that.
Oh, Josie and the
Pussycats.
Pussycats.
I remember Josie and the Pussycats.
What's
I
Charlie
want
Chan
some
Clan?
Pussycat.
What's the
In outer
Pussycat?
space. Remember when they went to outer space?
No.
I think
That
I
shit was
remember
off the
that
hook
shit.
when they went to outer space, man.
Hey, what were you guys' guilty pleasures as far as like watching some shows y'all really should, like girl shows or some shit like that? Robert, I don't think you have any because you hated fucking everything.
I liked gummy bears. I did like gummy bears. I don't
So
know why.
you're saying Gummy Bears was definitely a female driven show?
I don't know.
You hated Care Bears, but you liked Gummy Bears.
Yes.
Yeah, Gummy Bears was less gay.
Wow.
Shout out to Matt.
What about you there, Dust?
Oh shit. I mean, having a younger sister, I watched a lot of shit, man. I watched Strawberry Shortcake. I watched the not that I
watched
was
Strawberry Shortcake.
not that I couldn't wait for it to come fucking on, but you know, when I was babysitting, my sister was there. I just chill out. The Rainbow Bright. She was man, Punky Brewster, which was not a Saturday cartoon, but she was big into that.
Was there
shit,
one
but-
was there one you liked a little bit more than you should have? Like you couldn't tell nobody, like none of your friends could know you watched that shit.
Man, honestly, no. I really.
Gem.
Yeah, for me it was Jim.
Everybody worked like Gem, man. If you were a Transformer, G.I. Joe, or a
Yeah.
Mask fan, and you weren't watching Gem, then you weren't a fucking
But
Transformers.
nobody wanted to admit it. Like
You
all
weren't
of my
a
friends talk
Transformer,
shit about
G.I.
Jim.
Joe, or Mask fan if you didn't watch it. They sandwiched it in, man. You had to.
I know nobody that would admit at that time as a kid. I know none of my friends would admit it, but I was, you know, you spend at your friend's house and all that kind of shit, and then you get to see what it's really about, and they actually like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Well, you see, the problem is like during the late '70s into the early '80s, everything was more.
store for you. For
was
what?
more. You're not
What?
muted.
You're not muted, Tyler.
It was more male driven. It was
Yeah.
more boy oriented. It wasn't until like the late '80s and early '90s, and you know that's when it started getting to be a little bit more. There was more of a female show. You know.
Let
I'm
me
trying-
ask you guys this. 'Cause I know we done ran crazy long. We're at like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Ah,
What,
fuck.
what's up, Tyler?
Dust brought up Punky Brewster. Do you guys remember the Punky Brewster cartoon?
Yeah,
I remember
that shit.
they made the card. Yeah, with that magical creature.
Yeah, that thing was
You know what I
terrible.
love?
Hey,
You know what I
Punky, take this in the ass.
You know what I loved when I was a kid?
What?
You love Snorks, Robert.
Oh, come
Snorks.
along with the snorks.
You like that
I love
shit, Rob?
it. I
Yeah.
did.
That's your guilty
What else I
pleasure.
like?
You know,
like-
hey, and we were just talking about this in the ETR chat. Anybody remember Turbo Teen?
Hell yeah,
Yep.
that's my show,
Yep.
dude.
Yeah, the dude fucking when he got hot, he turned into a car. When he got cold, he turned back into a human.
I wanted a
Yep.
Turbo Team toy so fucking bad.
Oh,
they
yeah,
ever made
man.
them, but I wanted
Hey man,
one.
hey, shout out to those third-party KO companies.
Need us some Turbo Team.
Let's get a Turbo Team going.
What about, you know what I loved watching? I loved it. You know, doom, 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 doom.
Fraggle Rock.
Yep.
Everybody love Fraggle Rock, dude.
I didn't have HBO. I was poor.
Welcome to Fraggle Rock.
I had that little box behind my TV that you had to switch to put on HBO. Remember that?
I had a black and white TV on top of the color TV that didn't work with a with a pair of pliers that turned. And this is a true story. I really did.
I remember being like third grade. We graduated to a color television. I remember that in third grade.
I had a paper route. I bought the first color television in my house.
I
My
wish
own,
I had
my
a
own
paper
sweat and
route.
tears, motherfuckers. Hey, you guys remember there was a Back to the Future cartoon?
Well, and it's funny you said.
There was. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's funny you said because I was gonna say, do you guys remember that rash of like '80s movies that got
Yep.
turned into cartoons? You had like Back to the Future,
It was
Teen
Ghostbusters.
Wolf, Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Karate Kid.
and that goes back to Ronald Reagan lifting the ban on having shows for to make product to sell to kids. So once he lifted that shit, it was just fucking over, man.
Everything started rolling out.
It was done, man. It was done. So
I want
was
to
it
ask
for-
you guys about because I know we got to get out of here, dog. What-
Dude, it's been 3 hours this episode. It's 6:30.
I know. We got to get out of here, dude. I want to ask you guys. Me and Tyler already went
Bye.
through it. what's the cereals? What's the cereals you guys fuck with back in the day?
Man, this makes me sad.
What? Cereal?
My mom made maybe fucking Cheerios. My life sucked.
You and Tyler. You and fucking Tyler.
All right,
Fucking
couple.
Cheerios and Wheaties. And if I got some sugar on it, I was lucky.
Is that a New Jersey thing or some shit? A New York thing? What the fuck is that?
I don't know, man. It wasn't on my end, man. It was like whatever, man. We had the ghetto cereals, like Kaboom.
Yeah, buddy.
You guys remember Kaboom with the
Yeah.
clown and all? Yeah,
Nothing but
yeah.
sugar. That wasn't nothing but sugar.
Google Kaboom. Yeah, that was back in the day. Kaboom. I was a big Captain Crunchberry fan.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck up the roof of your mouth for days, man. For days. You couldn't eat shit for days. Very big, I remember, was like the Count Chocula's and the Frankenberries and all that shit was big back in the day. But getting older on in my teens and whatnot, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man. I eat that shit by the fucking bowl.
You know what? I didn't have my first bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch until I think middle school.
That shit's fucking crack.
That shit once I finally got into it.
I had a really bad cereal addiction back in the day, which is why I'm pretty portly probably now. But I haven't had cereal in about 7 years.
I just had a bowl of Lucky Charms the other day that I stole from the kids. I love that.
Magically
shit.
delicious.
But then I remember back, anything that was big in pop culture had a cereal.
Yeah.
Yep. If you would have listened to the episode, Dust.
Yeah, I listened to it. You guys talked about C-3POs and Mr. T and all that other shit.
Batman, wrestling had a cereal.
Everything, man, everything, and that's where the money was coming in, man.
Yeah.
And you had the toys to go with it, and you had the show to go with it.
Do cereal even come with prizes in it anymore? You know, like back in the day, they had the toys inside the cereal box. Do they even have that shit anymore?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I got to go to the grocery store when we get off this podcast. I'll let
you
you
remember
know.
when you remember when you could cut the fucking record, the old record out off the back of the box and play it on your fucking stereo?
Holy shit! You took us
You
to
guys
some shit I
didn't
never
have
even
stereo?
knew about. That's
You
some other shit.
don't remember that? They used to have like records on the back, and you cut it out, and you could play it on your fucking.
What was that? DJ O's or some shit? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, man. That's showing my age, man.
I never
Rob,
heard no
Rob,
shit like
you don't
that.
remember that, Rob?
That does ring a bell.
I never heard no shit like that.
Man, I feel we just rolled through this. We could have fucking did at least a 2-hour fucking. We should have did less on the KO and more on the cereals.
I think at this point,
yeah, my life was fucking Wheatina, cream of wheat, Cheerios, and Wheaties. When I visited my friend, when I had a sleepover, like breakfast was like fucking Shangri-La.
Said Shangri-La.
Like soda with dinner, and then fucking Captain Crunch or Lucky Charms for breakfast.
Little digging smacks. You got a little digging smacks in there.
Yeah, the frog.
Yep.
Sugar smacks.
Trigger Smacks?
No, it was Sugar Smacks, wasn't it? Wasn't that the name of it?
Trigger Smacks.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this, guys?
Hey, somebody get us a picture of fucking Matt's face on a
cereal box.
on a fucking box of fucking digging smacks. Or, that would be fucking great. Trigger smacks. Jizz, what's up?
Hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah. Man, there's Donkey Kong's. You guys said Donkey Kong cereal. I remember that. There's just so many. I'm trying to fucking Fruit Brute. Anybody remember Fruit Brute?
The Nintendo cereal. Do you guys remember that one? Alphabets.
In the 70s, man. In like my days, like
You
the cereal was so fucking cheap, man. It was bad. It was really cheesy, and we had Quisp. I remember Quisp. You guys remember Quisp?
No.
No.
Cookie Quisp?
No, it was called Quisp. Quisp. Quisp.
Cookie Quisp.
It was just fucking cheap garbage, man. It was all sugar.
Do you guys remember the Kiss cereal?
Yeah, hell yeah. Remember that? Do you guys remember the Kiss movie? The Kiss movie?
Yep.
Fuck yeah. I ate some Kiss cereal watching the Kiss movie, dude.
And the Kiss
While you were
comic
kissing
book
someone.
I was a
that they
Kiss
put their
fucking
blood in
fan.
the ink.
Hey, let me get this from you guys right quick. Let's get get the fuck out of here, right? Let me get big ups from everybody. How about that? You guys got anybody you want to big up and shit like that as we get out of here?
Yes. Let me shout out Adam, Nerd Rage Radio. Fuck all those guys at SCU. you better not PayPal me, guys. Fuck you. Mickey's gonna send me a fucking PayPal.
I was gonna say your PayPal request would be your PayPal.
Yeah, you know, I heard on NCU like we sent you a PayPal invoice. Did you get it? Actually, I sent it. I sent it. I've never got a fucking payment yet, man.
Disregarded.
Your PayPal request would be in the mail there.
Yeah, he threw it on PayPal credit. I see how it is. 0% for 6 months. I get it.
Dutch, yeah, anybody want to shout out?
Yeah, I just want to send a big shout out to the whole ROC fam and to the Realm Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, the ROC hangout, and all that other bullshit that we do. And thank you guys for having me on, man. This was really a lot of fun, man.
No doubt.
A lot of fun.
No doubt, man.
It's always a good time reminiscing.
Yeah, man. You know how I am, man. I'm that old school fool, man. Hashtag old school fool. I'm that old school dude, man. I love to talk about the old days.
Hell yeah, we always get a good memory lane show when Dust comes on. I was fucking happy as hell to get Rob on. Rob, you are a fucking nut.
Oh,
dude.
thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me. Nobody ever wants.
But he eats kicks and goes to.
I never even got kicks.
He goes to classes on Saturday.
Now I know why he hated every fucking cartoon we loved. Hey Tyler, you got anybody you want to big up right quick?
No, I just want to thank Dust and Rob for coming on. We've kind of completed the holy trinity of podcasts, or unholy trinity of podcasts, however you want to look at it. It's maybe the first time that somebody from all three shows is.
Hey, word up, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking great, man. Collectors United, bro. All day, every day.
But no, I think that's good. I think we're good, Mickey.
Yeah, I want to let's big up Cody, man. Cody has been killing the fucking Instagram shit for us. The crossed over to the fucking tweeters. Killing the tweeters for us. Yeah, he's even doing the tweeters for us.
Dude, that guy's unstoppable.
Yeah, he's been doing it, dog. So like Cody's official Detox, man, and we want to send a major big up to him for helping.
Cody's a nice guy. Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Get them figures going. Get those fucking little fingers going, man.
Cody's been killing
Start
it,
posting. Get that shit out there, man. Get it in their face, man. Shout out to Cody, man.
I want to also I want to let guys know that we're still that Agabus is still, as far as we know, Agabus is still running that supporting the troops deal, right?
Yeah, for Wounded Warriors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hey, fellow collectors, go take a look at that. It's on our Facebook page, obviously, and then obviously it's on Agabus, and so check him out. He's got those T-shirts, and a portion of it goes to the Wounded Warriors Foundation. And other than that,
what about Wounded Keyboard Warriors? What the fuck?
Fuck
the Keyboard Commandos.
I want to see the Keyboard Commandos become fucking POWs. Or then to become POWs, man.
Awesome, man.
Yo, but
that's great. That's good shit.
Or other than that, man, yo, big ups to, well, we got you guys on the show, so the people that we would typically send the big ups to are on the show. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, we can get the fuck out of here, man.
Shout out Cash Foot.
Oh shit, we are still looking for a news hound. So anybody that's interested in helping us out with finding news and topics and all that kind of bullshit.
Because Mickey is lazy.
Yeah, I'm such a fucking lazy ass, right?
He's got a lot going on, man. He's juggling, man. He's juggling shit.
Yeah, so y'all just submit your fucking your shit to us. You know what I'm saying? And then for anybody that wants to get a percentage of the money that we're going to charge Robert for being on the show, you can also send us your information as well.
Yeah, good luck with that one. I'm going to get a lawyer to get my fucking money.
Other than that, the fucking show is over. This has been a long show.
Hey.